Chapito?
Yeah, so El Chapito is the son of El Chapo Guzman. He got arrested and he pleaded guilty.
Oh.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming you're not a fan of El Chapo then.
That's his dad, also in jail.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, why would I be a fan of him now? I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm a Mexican immigrant myself, so my biggest thing was southern border policies for that reason. Obviously, destroying the CETEL would be a really big thing for Mexico and the U.S.
The
Um,
Sinaloa cartel?
well, I mean, yeah, there's multiple cartels in Mexico, but yeah, the Sinaloa
No, I know.
cartel.
But El Chapo ran Sinaloa,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but we can also look at the New Generation cartel. There's many cartels, the Baja California cartels. So yeah, I mean that affects Mexico and the U.S. I mean the F stuff has unalived more U.S. citizens than any other terrorist group. So I
Okay.
think yeah, it's very important. I mean, and that's just the F stuff and U.S. citizens. Then we can look at the fact that they're like the ones smuggling people across. And during Biden, we had 53 people lose their life in a single day in the back of a semi truck. I mean, it's just nothing good comes from illegal immigration. The people that make it here, the lucky ones, they pay taxes, get no benefits, can't vote, and still get deported. So I don't see how there's anything positive for illegal immigration. And I gave Joe Biden the chance. Obviously, I gave him a chance as a president to show me that I should vote for him or his running mate, someone he sponsored or supported. And during his 4 years, he disappointed me. We saw 11, like the highest number in encounters in history. We saw him dismantle border security, remove migrant protection protocols, try to stop border wall construction, make the CBP One app into asylum seeking app. Like he didn't do anything. He didn't help anyone that was already here legally, like the people you mentioned that have been here for like people like you guys mentioned that have been here for over 20 years. None of them got any sort of help. He just made it easier for more people to come in here, and then be deported eventually because 70% of those asylum claims that came over got denied. So now Trump is a bad guy for removing them when Biden was the one that basically let them in. He was
So,
perpetuating catch and release. Go ahead. Sorry.
so I mean, when you say helping people who are already here, what do you mean? Like amnesty?
Well, yeah, like DACA recipients. DACA recipients have been here since they were children. They're now over 20, over almost 30, and they haven't gotten any sort of pathway to citizenship. So yeah, I mean, Trump has promised to help DACA recipients as well.
Has he?
Has he what promised to help DACA recipients? Yeah, he
No,
got
has he
interviewed.
actually helped them?
No, he hasn't yet. That's one of my biggest issues right now with Trump is that he hasn't done the DACA thing yet. But to be fair, he
Why?
did say that it was going to be later after the mass deportations.
Didn't he, Nemo? Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that there was a deal in the works that was going to happen in 2 weeks in 2019 for the DACA recipients. I'm a little
Yeah.
confused. Aren't we 5 years on?
Yeah.
Talking about the border
Okay.
wall DACA deal, or what are you talking about?
I'm just wondering why it was that he said that there was a DACA deal, why the Democratic leader said that there was a DACA deal, and then you said that it's really important to him and he's going to get it done, and then he backed out of it.
No, actually, I think you're confused. So the border wall DACA deal that happened during his first term, the Democrats voted against. So Trump wanted border wall funding. He tried to use DACA to incentivize Democrats to vote for it, and they voted no. They didn't care about DACA being in there. That's why Trump has said multiple times Republicans are with DACA, Democrats fight him on DACA. So, and he got even asked recently in this last election when he was running, they asked him, "Do you want DACA recipients to stay here?" He said yes. They should be completely able to stay here. They were children that were brought over without their choice, and now they're adults, and we need to fix that issue.
Then just out of curiosity, why was it that in 2017 that he announced that it was originally his decision to end DACA?
Right, because that's exactly my point. DACA keeps
Why
people
was it?
illegal. There's no pathway to citizenship. So to fix that issue, you have to end DACA.
But okay, so is he for keeping DACA or ending DACA? Which is it?
He's for removing DACA and giving them a pathway to citizenship because DACA doesn't give you a pathway to citizenship. I know it's a little bit confusing.
I got it. No, it is really confusing because when you say you're ending DACA
It sounds like a
without
bad thing.
plan to give, well, without any plan in place to give people citizenship, that's just ending DACA.
Well, that was the border wall DACA deal. He would end
There
DACA.
is no,
and
there
still
is
give
no,
them-
no, Bud. Hey, Bud, I'm going to stop you right there. There is no plan in place. There's no plan.
Did you read the border wall DACA deal?
You're
what it
running on.
proposed?
You're running on vibes.
Did you see what it proposed in the border wall DACA deal for DACA
You're
recipients?
running on vibes. I'm talking about
What
right
did it
now.
propose?
I am talking about right now.
What do you mean
I
right now?
understand that. Hey, Bud. Cool. Okay, great. Let's talk about 8 years ago now. I don't really fucking care. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, and I just
I'm
said right,
talking about
right
the fact,
before winning
and
the election,
you keep
he
asking
talked
me.
about
Listen
it.
to what I'm saying. Cool. He talked about it. Why hasn't he done anything with it? He has a Republican House and a Republican Senate. He can actually get legislation through right now. If he cared about it and it was something he wanted to do, he would do it. But he doesn't care about it now, does he?
But like I told you in the interview where they asked him if he wanted DACA to stay, he said yes. But the DACA issue will come later. He said that himself. He
When?
said it's not going to be right now.
You mean like his
Well, he
healthcare
has
plan
4
that we've been
years.
promised?
Well, he
you
has
mean like
4
his
years, and it's
healthcare?
been a year.
You mean like his healthcare plan that we were promised 10 years ago that we've never seen?
So you don't like the healthcare we're under?
You mean like his
healthcare plan we're
infrastructure
under?
bill that he
Hold on, do you
promised
like
us
the
for
healthcare
4
plan we're
years?
under?
You mean like his infrastructure plan that he promised us for 4 years that we never got?
So you're going to do what
Like
aboutism?
that?
You're going to do
What's that?
whataboutism as your argument?
It's not whataboutism
It is
when you're
whataboutism.
talking about the
You're
same
saying, well, it's not
person.
going to happen.
That's not
So you concede
whataboutism
that
when
he
you're
is pro
talking
DACA,
about
though, right?
the same person.
So
Bud,
you admit that he admitted he's pro DACA.
We're not moving on from this. What is whataboutism? Whataboutism is when you go, this guy over here isn't doing it either. I'm still talking about Donald Trump himself.
No, but you're talking about, what about this, though? He didn't do this. That doesn't mean he's not
No,
going to do
I'm
this.
talking about what he
It's still
actually
whataboutism,
didn't
'cause you
do
couldn't-
on. Oh my God!
You
dude,
realize
are
you
this
couldn't stand
dumb?
on the fact that Trump is pro DACA. You realize that you were wrong about that, and Trump is
How
pro
is
DACA.
he pro DACA?
So now you're saying,
How
well,
is
he's not
he-
going to do it.
Awesome. How is he pro DACA? Explain his
Well, let's
plan.
see, the fact that he
Explain-
cl-
I want you. No. Shh. Stop talking now. I
So
want
you asked me a question, but you don't want me to answer?
I'm going to ask you the question. You haven't even heard it yet. I want you to explain to all of us, to all 600 people in here, and to Nemo and I want you to explain to us what Donald Trump's plan is to end DACA and give those people a pathway to citizenship. What is the actual plan that he has proposed? Go.
Okay, so in 2019, during his first presidency, he had the border wall DACA deal. His proposal
No.
was...
That's not what I asked. What I asked is, what is his current plan? That deal is dead and it's 7 years old. What is his current plan that he has announced to end DACA and to give people citizenship?
Right, so DACA enrollment is over with now. So his plan is to remove DACA and to give these people the opportunity to apply for legal ways of citizenship. Legal
How is
pathways.
he going to do that?
By ending DACA.
No. You just keep saying he's going to end DACA and give people. That's just saying
it's
the
really
same
that
thing
simple. You end DACA, you still give them
Great,
the
how?
protections.
How?
What do you mean how?
What is the process going to be for these people to gain citizenship?
They apply. It's pretty I get that you don't
Okay.
get immigration. You might not get immigration because you're like a sheltered white guy. But like as an immigrant myself, it's as simple as applying.
My
It's as
family,
simple as
are-
applying.
my family.
Thing
my
is, when you're
family are all
DACA,
immigrants.
when you're DACA,
my
you
family,
can't apply.
Hey bud, I'll stop you right there. My
Can't
family.
apply. That's
Hey
the
bud,
point.
my family are all immigrants, and I know that if you're
Right, but
DACA,
you're
you
not.
can't apply. Except for the fact that my family is all immigrants, so I know exactly how it works.
Which so was
And-
right.
And great, and so neither are you. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say,
I was born
is
in
that-
Mexico City.
yeah, I don't give a fuck. No, you're not. It's anecdotal.
I was born in Mexico City, but okay.
Cool. Show us your birth certificate.
I can show you my passport.
Yeah, I really don't care. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I don't give a flying fuck. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that you have demonstrated that Donald Trump has no plan. That's what I've been trying to
Nope,
point out to
because
you
he
this
had one in
entire
his first
time,
term.
and you proved it. Oh, so wait a
And
second. So
Democrats
you're
voted
saying that
against
if he
it.
had, hold on, time out. So if he had a plan in his first term, he has a plan now?
Yep.
Cool, then what's the plan?
Same thing, end DACA and give them a pathway to citizenship where they can apply. Give them the ability to apply.
I can tell you this, and I say this to DACA recipients.
Yeah, I didn't ask for you to play any audio. Hi, Erica. Hi, how are you?
Destroys your point.
Matt, I have a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
When Congress is passing bills, like this is just a general question, obviously not related to this in any way at all, obviously. But when Congress is passing bills, and they want something in particular, or the president wants something in particular, or a party or whatever, and they throw something in there that they think appeases the other side, does that mean that they necessarily want that thing, or does it mean they're willing to put up with it in order to get the thing that they actually want?
Oftentimes it's the latter.
I'm just checking, because that bill, that doesn't prove that Trump wanted DACA. It proves that he was willing to put up with it in order to get the thing he actually wanted.
Erica, except Trump said this.
I can tell you this, and I say this to DACA recipients, that the Republicans are with you. They want to get your situation taken care of. The Democrats fought us. They just fought every single inch of the way. They did not want DACA in this bill. And as you know, DACA is also tied to the wall for the major funding.
So wait a second. I know you're playing something from 8 years ago, dude.
Why don't we
I
play
don't-
this
I
from
don't-
this?
I don't
This is from
understand.
this last
Dude, I
election.
don't understand. You wait.
This is
Hold
from
on.
this last
No,
election.
hold on.
Sure.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, you're playing something that's from 8 years ago. He's talking about something that happened 8 years ago. Have the Democrats actually tried to pass protections and pathways to citizenship to DACA and presented bills to do those things? Yes or no?
Wait, ask that a question again?
Have the Democrats actually tried to present bills that would give a pathway to citizenship for DACA? Yes or no?
Not that I've seen.
Really? You sure about that?
Can you name one?
Yeah. Hang on. I'll pull it up.
Where
real
they
quick.
wanted to end Obama's DACA? I've never seen that.
No, not that they wanted to end it. It's that they wanted to give them a pathway to citizenship.
Which will require ending DACA. But okay. Can you show me one?
Sure. I'll even give you the name of the bill.
By the way, I can play you the video from this last election because you're saying that's from 7 years ago.
I'm saying that he's talking about something that happened 7 or 8 years ago. That's what I keep saying, and you're not listening.
No.
to what
I'm talking about a video from literally this last election where they ask him if he supports
Jesus
DACA.
fucking Christ.
They asked him if
Can
he
I
supports
just wanna
DACA. He
point
said
out-
yes.
Hang
It's
on,
that
I just
simple.
want to point out, Tortilla, that's moot anyway, because he hasn't presented anything in order to replace DACA or give people an option of a pathway to citizenship. So until he actually does it, him talking about it is moot.
So, what's the Dream
And
Act?
you want them to be able to
Tortilla?
stay. That's what you're saying.
What's
do.
the
I
Dream
want
Act,
them-
Tortilla? What's the Dream Act, Tortilla? What is the Dream Act?
Are you talking about the Dream Act that was implemented before?
What is
Before
the Dream
DACA?
Act?
Well, which one? The Dream Act of 2025? The American, like which one? There's multiple. In case you
The
didn't know.
Dream Act,
It's
although
called the Dream
was-
Act.
Which
the
one? The
Dream
one
Act.
introduced in 2001?
2000? No.
no,
What?
there's multiple versions of things
Exactly. That's
called
why
the
I asked
Dream
you
Act.
which one.
And
By who? Why are you getting so mad and triggered? It shows a lot of your character.
Why
if you
would
get
we
this
be
angry.
talking about something from 2001?
Because that's when the first Dream Act was introduced.
Was it related to DACA?
Yes, actually, it was. It was about students that were coming here. You didn't know that, did you?
Students.
Yeah, the Dream Act is about dreamers who are coming here to study.
Dreamers coming here to study. So
You guys don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Not actually DACA.
It's tied to DACA. In case you didn't know, it was literally the precursor to DACA.
There was
And
an
the Dream Act is
original-
100%
hold on,
better
there
than
was an
DACA.
There was an original act in 2001 that was
what I said.
that was about education. We know that. We're not talking about that because it's not related to DACA. It was before. I'm talking about the 2023 Dream Act proposed by the Democrats.
5?
2023. The Dream Act of 2023. It's S365. And there's also the American Dream and Promise Act, HR 16, also in 2023. Also, you
There's
have the
also-
Dignity for Immigrants. Oh, yeah, sorry.
There's a Dream Act of 2021 as well. Passed.
Yeah, there's a Dream Act of 2025 as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so this
So-
looks like it was a bipartisan bill.
Yeah. Why didn't it pass?
Probably because the Senate didn't support it. Probably because the House
Well,
of
if it was
Representatives didn't support
bipartisan,
it.
then surely you would think that the Senate would pass it.
It's almost as if Congress and the representatives don't actually care about dreamers.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think it's because Democrats just wanted to give straight amnesty instead of
Oh.
giving a pathway to
Now,
citizenship.
now we're changing. Okay.
Yeah, I think they should be able to
which
apply.
which ones don't care about dreamers?
The Democrats, because they voted against the
The
border wall
Democrats who
DACA
wanted
deal.
to give them amnesty.
The ones that voted against the border wall DACA deal.
The Democrats who wanted to give them amnesty, they don't care about the dreamers. is what you're saying.
This bill didn't pass.
Yes, we know.
Exactly. But you're saying
Why?
Trump is against DACA. You're
Why?
saying that,
Why
right?
did it not pass?
So both sides support DACA. Why hasn't it passed then?
Why did it not pass?
Because the representatives didn't vote on it.
Representatives? No, it passed the House.
So because Congress didn't pass it?
Jesus Christ. Okay. Do you know what Congress is, dude?
What are you trying to get at? The Democrats introduced a bill that was bipartisan that was going to give amnesty to DACA recipients. It didn't pass. Donald Trump is literally trying to do the same thing. He's the president right now. He's the one that's saying he supports DACA recipients. When he was president, Democrats voted against the DACA thing. So what's your argument here, that Trump isn't
My
pro-DACA?
argument is that your assertion that Republicans actually want to help DACA recipients is clearly false, because in 2021,
I didn't say Republicans. I said Trump.
that's incredible.
Yeah. Do you think Trump controls all Republicans?
So, excellent. Do you think that the bill would pass now?
Right now, no, it probably still wouldn't pass.
Oh, well then,
We
what's
still
this
have the
promise
same
that
people
Trump
in
made?
Congress. We still have the same representatives.
Why would Trump give that kind of promise?
Why do you think he hasn't introduced it yet?
Well, you're telling me that he
That's a
doesn't
good
control
question.
Republicans, so you're telling me that he promised something that he couldn't deliver on because he doesn't control Republicans, according to you.
I don't think
And,
that
and
makes
I mean,
no
that
fucking
also
sense
kind of
whatsoever.
furthers my point about how
So
Republicans
if that's so
actively
because
do
something
not
wouldn't
want
pass
to help
now
DACA
means it wouldn't
recipients,
pass later.
and that Democrats actually do. Like, that's kind of the
I mean, you
issue
guys are
is-
twisting into a pretzel trying to
It's
say
not
that
really
Trump
twisting,
is
dude. It's just-
anti-DACA. It is
it's
because
looking at
because I
basic
proved to you
timelines.
multiple
It's-
times that
I
Trump is
understand that
pro-DACA.
you want to.
He has said it multiple times that
you
he's
want to look
pro-DACA.
at 2019.
he's
and
introduced.
close
He's
your
literally
eyes
supported
and
bills that are
then
pro-DACA.
look at a
And your
statement from
argument
Trump
is,
in
well, Democrats are
2024.
pro-DACA too.
But that's not how that works.
So I've showed you multiple times that Trump is pro-DACA.
So
And your
my
hold on, and
question-
your rebuttal to that, your argument back is, well, Democrats are pro-DACA.
well,
How is that an
my-
argument
No,
against
that,
Trump?
That was
being
not at
pro-DACA?
all. That was not
So
at all.
what's
my
your
argument.
argument?
No, that wasn't my argument.
What's your argument against Trump being pro-DACA?
So the argument is, you originally said that Democrats did not give a fuck about DACA recipients
Yes, they showed that by voting against that bill.
from 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so your assertion is that Democrats don't give a fuck about DACA recipients. When they actually introduce a bill to grant amnesty to DACA recipients, and it passes the House, and then
And
fails in the Senate.
Republicans block it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Right.
How does
So
that reflect on Trump?
Donald Trump controls the Republican Party. I know that
How
you don't
so?
think
He
that.
controls how they vote.
I
He
know
controls
that you
how they
don't think
vote.
that. I know you don't
He
think
controls
that.
how they vote. That makes no fucking sense.
Yes,
See,
he
you're illogical.
absolutely does.
Your fucking
Yes.
argument is illogical because you're saying Trump somehow controls all the Republicans and their vote.
Yes, he absolutely does. What was it? The 2023
what's bipartisan
border
mean?
bill. I can't remember if it was 2023 or 2024.
What does bipartisan
The border
mean?
bill
It was
shot down
2024.
by Donald Trump
What does
explicitly
bipartisan
because
mean?
he told them to shoot it down.
What does bipartisan mean?
I'm sorry. Were you not listening just then?
Yeah, you talk about the Langford bill. No one cares about the Langford bill. It was a weak
No
bill.
one cares about it. Why? Because it's really detrimental to your argument.
No, because it was really weak, and Donald Trump did a lot more on day one without Congress, without a bill. The Langford bill was going to appoint 63 judges.
Involvement with that?
So the Langford bill was going to appoint 63 judges. Trump appointed
No.
600.
Don't tell me about the bill. Tell me what Donald Trump's involvement was.
Yeah, not supporting the bill.
Yeah, you're right. And then magically, it was voted down.
Yeah, again, do you think
And he
Trump
took
controls
credit
all
for-
Republicans?
He took credit for shooting it down.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I don't support it. He said, if you want to credit me with that bill going down, go ahead. That's fine, because
Yes.
my supporters are not going to support a shitty fucking bill
Okay.
that doesn't actually fix the issue.
So
I'm
control
deflecting
the
now. Go back to my
Republican
point.
Party.
This is
I'm
Trump
not
pro DACA.
deflecting, dude.
You
I'm
are.
trying to
It's Trump
establish a
pro-DACA.
standard here. You are
Is
dancing
Trump pro
around.
DACA?
I'm sorry. I mean, like, you do this thing
Is
where you
Trump
insist on
pro-DACA?
you
It's a
insist on
simple
talking
question.
when I'm
You're
talking,
being
and
very
then neither one of
disingenuous
us
if you can't
can be
answer.
understood.
If you refuse
So,
to
like,
answer, you're being
I would
disingenuous.
love to have a productive conversation with you, man.
Me too.
but
That's why I would
you
like.
insist
I would
on,
like you to
like
answer the
interrupting
question.
me constantly. It's
I would
crazy.
like you to answer a very simple yes or no
I
question.
would like you to participate in the conversation that I'm trying to have.
It's
with
weird that you
not
want to
the one
avoid that
you are
question.
trying
Is
to
Trump pro
construct.
DACA? Yes or no?
Oh, again, it's going to be more.
You're
of
not.
this.
You're not going to answer that because it destroys
Dude,
your argument. Is
I
Trump
didn't
pro
even hear
DACA?
what
Yes
you
or no?
said. I didn't even hear what you said because you insist on talking while I'm talking.
Is Trump pro DACA? Yes or no?
According to a statement from 2024,
Nope.
nope.
We're
what?
talking about recently. We're talking about this year.
2024.
We're talking about this year.
What has he said this year about it?
To work something out, and it should have been able to be worked out over the last 3 or 4 years, and it never got worked out. Biden could have done it because he controlled, Congress to a certain extent, right? He could have done something, but they didn't do it. I never understood why, because they always seem to want to do it, but then when it comes down to it, they don't. I think we can work with the Democrats and work something out.
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families.
Working with Democrats and having to come to an agreement.
Right. So
So that's what makes it bipartisan,
that
right?
from,
From both sides
Sophia?
agree, right?
when is that from?
This was from right before the election.
Right before the
A month
2024 election?
a month before the election, yeah.
Oh, so it was in 2024.
So in the last year, right?
So it was in 2024.
Was it in the last year? Is it
Was
less
it
than
in
300?
2024
Is it less
like I
than
originally
365
said?
days ago?
It was. It's crazy how that works, right? It's crazy how when you listen, you can actually follow the discussion. Because
So is this a
said,
recent interview? Is this
hey,
a recent statement?
well, it depends. Do you consider 2024
Have your
recent?
opinions changed since last year?
Depends on what it is.
Do you
Depends on the
still?
topic. But again, dude, like
You're so
sitting here-
disingenuous,
you're
dude, it's
sitting here
crazy.
trying to
To
you're
just say
sitting
yes
here-
or no, is Trump pro DACA?
No, dude.
Hey,
Just answer. Is Trump pro DACA?
Hey, Nemo, quick question for you, bud. From 2017 to 2018, did Donald Trump change his opinion on DACA? Yes or no?
No,
No.
Yes. Well,
no, he hasn't.
actually, from 2017 to 2018, yes, he did. Because
No, he
in
didn't.
2017, he said
He still wanted to end
to
DACA.
it, and
Yeah, and he still does.
without a pathway to citizenship. And then in
With
2018, he said that he would give a pathway to citizenship. So he literally changed his own mind
No, he
within
didn't.
a year. Yes, he did.
His
I
stance
can
was always
play
the
for
same.
you.
His
I
stance
can
was always
play
the
for
same.
you. It
DACA is
wasn't your
unconstitutional.
no. You killed your own. No, you
Play the
killed
clip.
yourself.
Go ahead, play the
Nope,
clip where you
nope,
play the clip where you
nope,
prove me
you
wrong.
popped yourself.
Because you can't.
Okay.
Because you can't.
All right, cool.
Trump. Then why did he introduce the border wall DACA deal in his first term?
He
I've
changed
already
his.
explained that.
Yeah, thank you.
How did he change his opinion?
I've already explained to you, Torta, how the introducing a bill which is
Yeah, it's
exchanging
called being
one thing.
bipartisan. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Talking. Why can't you let?
Negotiating. That's
Why
a good
can't you
thing.
let people talk?
That's a good thing, Erica,
Why
because you're
can't
just
you
going to
let
repeat the
people
same
talk?
thing you already said. Trump only put that because he wants to
So I
Democrats
already
to vote for
explained.
it.
So I already explained it to you. Quit.
that there because he wants Democrats to vote for it. Actually, no, ma'am. He said it explicitly that he supports it and why he supports it.
Oh,
and yeah,
cool.
that's called negotiating, called bipartisan.
Explain to me.
It's
Then
called being
explain to me.
bipartisan.
Then
That's the
Torta,
issue with Democrats. They
Torta,
want their shitty bills that are
Torta,
one-sided.
Porter, then explain to me, if he wants it so much, why hasn't there been a single issue bill during this presidency on DACA? And why does he only use it when he's trying to get something out of the Democrats?
Because exactly like he said it will come later.
And to deport everyone who is here illegally over the next 4 years.
Well, I think you.
Anyways, here's what you wanted to hear.
It's a despicable act of political cowardice.
President Trump
About
was right
40.
in his decision.
Heartless, and it was brainless.
Congress can save these young Americans from deportations.
The program known as DACA that was effectuated under the Obama administration is being rescinded.
The decision that was announced today by the Trump White House was a disappointment to me.
What we should be focused on.
So cool. And in what point did Jeff Sessions say, but we're going to give those people a pathway to citizenship in that press conference? Love to know. Tell me.
So when you're
At what point did he say they're going to give him a pathway to citizenship? Tell me the timestamp in that press conference. When?
He didn't say it in that press conference.
Okay, cool. And he never
that's not
and they
Trump, that's
never
Jeff
said it
Sessions.
and they never said it up until the following year when they tried to get the border wall legislation passed and Trump changed his tune and he said he wanted to do something for the DACA recipients. He changed his fucking position on it in the course of a year.
So you think,
yes,
so you
he
think,
fucking did.
Okay, answer this. Do you think he wanted to deport people back in 2017 that were DACA recipients?
I don't what?
Did he want to deport people that were DACA recipients back in 2017? Did he want to end it so he could deport them?
It doesn't matter. What matters is he wanted to end the program without a pathway to citizenship,
With protections.
and then he changed his mind. So when you say something like "there's no chance, no one's going to change," literally something that Donald Trump already did.
Well, did you listen to your argument? You said he wanted to end it with no pathway to citizenship. That means they would have gotten deported, right?
Yes.
And you said that was his stance in 2017.
Yes, that was his stance in
What about
2017.
dreamers, sir? Dreamers who were brought to this country illegally.
But why do you keep playing the same
Since
sound
2017.
clip? Stop
2017,
playing
listen.
the sound clip.
Listen,
over
they're talking
and
about
over.
2017. It's a different sound
You
clip.
already played it.
No, I didn't. This is what his quote from 2017. Listen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
2017, they quote shouldn't be very. And you said once back in 2017, they quote shouldn't be very worried about being
Yeah,
deported.
I don't really
Should they be
care what
worried
Donald
now?
Trump said to lie about.
I
I
you
don't
just said
really
he changed
fucking
his
care.
stance, but now in 2017 he said he doesn't want them to be deported, which means he would give them protections to find a legal pathway. You were so bad at this. You were so bad at trying to come up with an argument. Trump in
I'm
2017
sorry.
wanted to
what
end
was your
DACA.
argument
Yes.
again? Say your argument again. What's your argument? Please.
That
do tell.
I just played the clip for you. Even in 2017, Trump wanted to keep them here. Trump wanted to keep DACA here. That
Really?
means
And when
end
did he
DACA.
say that he wanted to
That
keep
means-
them here in 2017? When did he say that? Because literally the entire
Dreamers, sir.
criticism
Dreamers who were
of
brought
that
to this
move,
country illegally as children.
dude,
You
stop
said once
playing
back in 2017.
something that retcons.
What did he say? I'm playing for you.
What he said
What did
in
he say?
20 Hey bud, I'm gonna spell this out for you, and if you unmute again, I'm gonna drop you. Stop playing something that he said 7 years later, because being able to go back and explain something 7 years later and make it look better than it was is fine. What I can do is I can play you clip after clip after clip from the time of everybody, Republicans included, criticizing the Trump administration for straight up ending DACA, saying these kids are going to be deported. People are going to have families ripped apart. And they didn't clarify and go, no, we're not going to do that. So what
Republicans
you're
did?
saying
Right.
is absolutely fucking wrong.
Really?
Because
'Cause
back
the clip I
then,
just played,
that's
you
what
said-
was... The clip that you just played is from
Him in
7 years
2017.
later. The clip that you just
17 quotes him
Cool,
in
what-
2017. Listen,
awesome.
you gotta
when?
listen.
What's the
You
date
gotta
on
listen.
the clip? Hold
You
on.
gotta
Time
listen.
out. Stop. You just said it was from 2024. What's the actual date on the clip?
Interview in 2024, they quote him.
There you go.
17.
So
From
stop it, bud.
17.
Hey, bud. Hey, Torta.
You lost.
Stop it.
You lost.
No, I didn't, because you're trying to
You said once
retcon
back
what
in
he said.
2017.
You see how she just said you said in 2017?
Yes.
You said in 2017 that you want them to
what
stay
did they
here.
do? And then what did they do? They ended DACA.
DACA.
They said
And are they
wanted
still
to
here?
end DACA.
And are they still here?
They couldn't do it.
They did. DACA, there's no new applications for DACA. DACA is in limbo
Oh my
right now.
God, they couldn't. They couldn't.
You don't know
end
the first thing
oh my
about
God,
DACA or
that's
what
not
happened.
true.
You
I'm
just got
saying
into
what I'm saying,
politics.
dude. Listen to me.
You must have
And
just
listen, dude. Shut the fuck
gotten
up.
into politics.
If you don't stop talking, I'm just gonna drop you. Okay. Anyways,
So,
yeah, except for the fact that what I'm trying to explain to you, and that what you can't seem to understand, is that I don't give a fuck about the fact that Donald Trump lies all the time. In fact, that
Lie.
literally.
but what Jeff Sessions
I'm
says
sorry.
represents
I'm
what
sorry. Hey, bud. I'm not.
You're act-
I'm not done. I'm not done talking. I'll let you know when I'm done talking. Okay, you got it out of your system now. Anyways, what I was trying to explain to you, because you're.
Said once back in 2017.
Anyways, what I was trying to explain to you is that basically what's going on here is that Donald Trump announced that he was ending DACA. Then when it became politically convenient for him, he decided that he was going to keep DACA recipients and give them a pathway to citizenship. Then when it wasn't politically convenient for him, he didn't do fuck all with it.
27.
And that's exactly what happened. So in his first 4 years as president, if Donald Trump actually cared about doing anything with DACA, he would have. Then he tried to come back and say, of course I want to do something with DACA, even though in his first 4 years as president, he couldn't do fuck all with it. Now, he's almost a year into his first administration and hasn't done anything with it. And we pointed out 3 different bills sponsored by Democrats that the Republicans haven't touched. Why is that, Torta?
weren't bipartisan, dumbass. Trump tried to bipartisan
Except for the fact
bill.
that they
And
were.
Democrats
One of
voted
them was
against it in his
sponsored.
first term.
Wrong. One of them was sponsored. One of them was sponsored. One of them was co-sponsored by Lindsey Graham.
That
One of
doesn't
them was
mean shit.
co-sponsored by Lindsey Graham.
That doesn't
That's
mean shit.
bipartisan. That's bipartisan.
Trump's
bud.
border
Who's-
wall
is-
DACA deal
There you
literally.
go. See, if one of them was sponsored by Lindsey Graham, co-sponsored by Lindsey Graham, that's called bipartisan, Torta. You're really bad at this, you know. Do you know what the word bipartisan means? What does the word bipartisan mean? Do you want to tell the class?
Supported by both parties.
There you go. So is Lindsey Graham a Republican?
Republican, yeah, but it
Is
wasn't
Dick
supported by both sides.
Durbin a Democrat? There
Did
you
it.
go. Good job, Torta.
I did it,
Everyone
though.
give a round of applause for
still
Torta
did.
for understanding what the word
did it.
bipartisan means. And so when he said exactly, and why didn't it pass?
Because it wasn't bipartisan. Both sides didn't
And
support
why
it,
didn't it
dumbass.
pass? And why
Because
didn't
both
it pass?
sides didn't support it. Because both sides
Really?
didn't support it. That's why it
Really?
didn't pass. Because both sides
So
didn't
what you're
support
saying
it.
is that
So
the
when Trump tried it
Republicans-
before
so what
this-
you're saying is that even though it had
Tries it
bipartisan co-sponsor, the Republicans wouldn't do it because they need something political attached to it. They don't actually just care about DACA. They want something political attached to it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Got it. So Trump tried it first, and then Democrats tried it after being pressured, right? So Trump tried to help DACA recipients. Democrats voted against it. Democrats got pressured and seen that they weren't getting the Latino support anymore. And they tried to help DACA recipients. It wasn't a bipartisan bill, wasn't supported. Trump stayed in his with the same stance the whole time. End DACA, keep DACA recipients here. He said it in 2017. He said it in 2024 when he was running. He tried to help DACA recipients in his first term. Border wall DACA deal, border wall DACA deal. That means it was a bipartisan bill. Democrats voted against it.
Why didn't he
Democrats
just do a standalone DACA deal?
Democrats then
Why
in the
didn't he just
future-
do a Why didn't he just do a standalone DACA
Because-
deal? Why didn't he
Tied
just do a
together.
standalone DACA deal? Why
Together.
didn't he just do a standalone DACA deal?
Tied together.
Ah, there you go.
Together.
Because if he actually wanted to help them, he
No.
would have just done that. There you go.
So that they're both migrant.
Oh,
you don't know if they're
Torta,
both funded by the
you're
same
not
money,
good at
do
this,
you?
bud. You're
No.
not good at this.
A sheltered
Torta-
white guy will never know
Torta-
anything about immigration. That's the
He's
thing.
not what? Well, for fuck's sake.
Know anything about immigration? A passport, the country.
Yeah, but I've
Oh,
never
you've
left
never
the
left the
immigration.
country. You've never
Yeah.
left the
How
country.
are you going to debate
Matt.
immigration
No.
if you've never
Never
immigrated
left
in
the
your life?
country.
I've never left the country. You hear that, Erica?
I heard that. I heard that.
That's-
Tell
That's
you
crazy.
haven't by how fucking much in a bubble you are. You live in a
That's
bubble.
America.
really weird. Matt has just come back from Mexico. A couple of months ago, he was in Italy. Yeah, never left the country, Matt. Never ever been to the country.
Yeah, we
that
can
your
tell because you
parents-
live in a bubble. You're
Never been to the country that your
white man.
parents. Never been to the country your parents come from. Obviously,
Disingenuous, which is why
Oh,
Nemo
yeah,
stayed
yeah.
quiet because he knows
I know,
he has
which
no
is-
fucking point to
which is-
stand on.
which-
He has
which
no
is-
argument.
which is fine.
He just
'cause
let you
I'm
babble
actually-
on and
I'm-
dig
I'm
yourself a
actually
bigger
from-
hole.
I'm actually from Lebanon. Anyways, here's I would love
You were
to show
born
you
in
some
Lebanon?
pictures
You're from
my-
Lebanon?
I'd love to show you my.
You were
parents.
born in
I'd love
Lebanon?
To show you some. I'd love.
You were
to
born
show,
in
I just
Lebanon
said
or you
my
weren't?
Parents.
You were
I
born in the
just
U.S.
said my
Oh, your
parents.
parents. So your
Anyways,
parents have a passport,
Would
but you
love
don't.
to show you. I'd love to show you. I'm sorry. What was that?
I said, so your parents have a passport, but you don't.
Oh, I can have a passport. I have a passport. You didn't know that?
So then how are you so ignorant to immigration law?
I'm not. You are.
How do you not know how the system works? That if someone currently cannot apply for any legal
Anyways.
pathway, that once that's removed, they can then apply for a legal pathway.
By the
How
way,
is that
guys, here's
confusing to you?
this is that's Montalban.
It's a cool Google image, bro.
Oh, really? That's Google image.
That
one
you
I
saved to your
took?
phone. Congratulations.
The one that. Oh, really? Oh, let's see. That's awesome. It's not one that I took
It
myself.
just shows how gullible you are, honestly, how easily triggered you are, how mad you got off like right off the bat when I was just naming facts and sources. You weren't prepared for this, I can tell.
Okay, but whatever you say. I mean, I just think it's really funny how when I've asked
Yeah, you
you
voted
now
for
multiple
Kamala Harris,
times,
but claimed to care about immigrants. I think
I
that's
just
funny.
think that it's really funny how I've
But
asked
it's
you now
fine, you
multiple
lost.
times
Trump
why it
stood-
was that
Trump
Donald
stands for
Trump. Oh, sure, but whatever you say. Anyways, I just think it's funny how I've asked you now multiple times why Donald Trump didn't just do a standalone DACA bill, and you haven't given me an
And
answer.
I told you because they're tied with the funding, but you don't know that though, because you don't know the first thing about
Cool.
immigration.
So if they're tied with the funding, and the Democrats are willing to do a standalone DACA bill, who cares? Oh, where'd he go? Did he get raptured?
All right then. Jesus.
Well, that was fun. Bye, Torta. I mean, listen. You can say it's tied to the funding. You can make whatever argument you want. But if the Democrats are willing to do a standalone bill, and the Republicans aren't, who cares more about them? Like, sorry, it's pretty fucking straightforward. Like, I don't know how else to put it to you. That was really a dumb argument. Want to say, hey, thank you to Disaster over on the tube for the winter art. Thank you for the jewels. Appreciate that, guys. If you're on the tube, we have gifts enabled now over there. So if you'd like to send something like a super chat to us or different things like that, we can read it out. That's fun. Over here on the Tiki Talks, help out with our live goals. We're going to reset that, and then if you'd like to help out Nemo or Erica or myself, you can do that. We have links in our bios.
Can I say, Tammy poked my pee-pee, which was very enjoyable, and said Trump only supports DACA when there's something in it for him, or something along those lines. That's why every time I go look at something else, it keeps dropping me, which is why I keep dropping and coming back, so I can't go to a different screen on my phone right now. But thank you, Tammy, for poking my pee-pee. It was very enjoyable.
I also need to say thank you to Tammy. Apologize, Tammy. I didn't see this until now. This was a little bit ago. Apologies. Tammy on the Blue App says it's not whataboutism. It's about words versus actions. Trump says a lot of words and does nothing, and MAGA are in a cult, so they think he's honest. Idiots. Very true. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate that. And that's highly accurate. So that's good stuff. All right, we're gonna move on. And we're going to bring up our next guest. Appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. And like I said, back home tomorrow. We'll be back on the regular setup and with all the fun, stuff. I love how he picked me as he's like, you never travel out of the country. I'm like, really? Okay, bud. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
That was a weird one.
I mean, I didn't really even want to wrestle in trying to mention that I lived in the UK for
In the UK, I was
multiple years. Like, I went through the immigration process. My ex like also had to go through the immigration process. It's a serious pain in the ass.
It really is. Nicholas, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 26 and I'm in PA.
Okay. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is
Yeah, I
doing
voted for
right now?
Trump because Nations used U.S. tax dollars to fund illegal immigration and giving them e-gift
Cool.
cards, free
So
phones,
I'm sorry. It
campsites,
feels like you didn't
all this
listen
other
to my
extra stuff.
question, which my question wasn't why did you vote for Donald Trump? My question was, do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
I want to discuss what I just said. Why did the Democratic Party do
okay.
that to us?
I mean, yeah, I don't know anything about that, and it's not related to the topic. So I hope you have a great day.
It is
Okay.
related to the topic. What is that? All you know is MAGA isn't Christian, Trump is a pro-crime, and
No, I see.
head
If you didn't, again, it
justice,
seems like
the
you have a
war
listening.
criminal
It
or
seems like you
whatever.
have a listening problem, bud. I know. It seems like
He's
you
a
have.
war
I'm sorry. It seems like I'll just help you out. It seems like you have a listening problem. I said these are just suggestions. I said you can discuss and pick any of these topics or anything else that Donald
Did you
Trump
not
is
hear me? I
doing
said
right now. What you just said is not something that Donald Trump is currently doing. I don't care about your bullshit conspiracy theory about the UN giving gift
Okay,
cards
let's
to the
discuss what Trump is
Democrats.
doing. I'm
So would you
sorry, I
like to
couldn't hear you.
discuss something that Donald Trump is doing right now or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, he's stopping United Nations from funding illegal immigration and giving them e-gift cards, free phones, campsites, and free food, and all this extra other shit and housing and all
Fantastic.
that.
How is he doing that, bud?
He's stopping the Democratic Party. How else is he doing it?
How?
By sending ICE to get rid of these illegals, closing the border, and much, much more.
How is
But yeah,
how is that
those are the two
related to
main
the
ones.
UN?
Nothing to say to that. I understand.
How
Nobody
is
has
that
nothing to say
related
to
to
that.
the UN?
How is that related to the? You asked me what I wanted to talk about. I told you what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you
Now
said the
answer my
United
question.
Nations,
Why
dipshit.
did the Democratic? Hey, I
Yeah,
asked
you
you a
said the
question. You
United
didn't
Nations.
answer.
So
Hey,
everything
come
that you
on,
just
man.
said,
Stop
how
cutting
is
me
that
off, dude.
related to the UN?
Come on, Henry. Stop cutting me off and answer my question.
What?
Is this kid okay? Is it? Are you
Am
okay,
I?
bro?
I think this
Am I
might
okay? But I
be
asked the
this might
question.
be
You
the
guys give
bottom
me a loop
for
around it.
Torta
Talk
or
about
whatever.
something completely other than
Are
what I
you
asked.
Torta's bottom by chance? I'll
They
take
talk
that as a
about what I
yes.
say,
Got
but
it.
they're asking me, "Are you Torter's bottom?"
I mean, he didn't deny it, so
So you gonna answer my question?
What's your question?
Why did United Nations use
The
U.S.
United
tax
Nations. We're
dollars
back to
to
that.
fund illegal immigration? It's not hard. It's not a hard
Okay,
question.
go ahead and say it again.
Why did United Nations use U.S. tax dollars to fund illegal immigration? It's a simple question.
When did they do that?
2025. Look it up. It's on congress.gov. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's literally on congress.gov. They do not lie. Even the Democrats say they don't lie. So go look it up. United Nations uses U.S. tax dollars to fund illegal immigration on undocumented people we don't know. And that makes me upset.
Are you
What?
saying into the US it funds illegal immigration?
Yes, I did.
In
Look it up. It's on
2025?
Congress.
Hang
How about
on.
you stop asking me questions about it and just look it up?
Hang
It's
on.
on congress.gov, honey.
Nicholas, I know I'm intimidating, but are you saying they funded illegal immigration into the US in 2025?
Yes, through
Okay,
actually it started
but
in 20.
apparently
It
Donald
started.
Trump
Hold
says
on. It
Donald
started
Trump
in
says there hasn't been
2023,
any
but
illegal
they
immigration.
caught him in
No, be quiet.
2025.
Donald Trump said there hasn't been any illegal immigration in 2025. So how could they have funded illegal immigration in a year where there hasn't been any?
You okay, bud?
Yeah, I think he might be too high for the mute button.
Do you need some help?
Do you guys need some help looking it up?
He didn't understand. He didn't understand that, Erica.
He came into Doug's live the other day, or did he come in with you? He came in somewhere and tried to make this
Not me.
exact same point.
Because no Democrat can
somewhere-
answer it. No Democrat can
somewhere
answer
that I
it. They
was.
go
I just
around, they
I just
pivot,
asked
and
you
they
a question,
fucking
Nicholas.
mute me
Were you
or kick
listening?
me out, or call me names. Or they ask
I
my
didn't.
age
Nobody
and
called
ask
you a
me stupid
name.
fucking questions so they
Nobody.
can try to
My
get me
love.
out. So they don't
My
have to
love.
answer the
My
question.
love.
Because
My
they know they're
love.
wrong.
My love.
My
Nobody
love.
called you a name.
Honey,
I asked you.
I
I asked you a
I'll
question.
answer it. You said ask me a question and I'll answer it. Well, I asked you a
No.
fucking question. I'll
No.
answer it.
I asked you a question that you haven't
How are you
answered.
gonna ask me? How are you gonna ask me a question if he literally said ask a question and I ask a question? Now you're asking me a question without answering my question.
Well,
Make that make sense.
I already
pivoting.
answered your
Stop
question. I
pivoting.
already,
Stop
Nicholas, you
pivoting.
weren't listening. You weren't listening. I already answered your question. How can they have funded? They can't have funded. In fact, I'll make this a statement. They can't have funded illegal immigration in a year where, according to Donald Trump, there hasn't been any illegal immigration. Or has there? We all, by the way, notice him holding his breath in because, you know, we all notice that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not just me.
Yeah, it's the bong rips.
Oh, Nicholas. Nicholas. You've been bad,
You
bud.
guys are something else.
Yeah, bud. All right. Well, anyways, you have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Restriction. Bye-bye.
Well,
Yeah. Guys, that's gonna ding us a little bit. Can we work hard at getting those likes above 100,000? We appreciate that. If you guys can please help out with that. Help out with the gift goal. Also gift our friends Nemo and Erica. That helps out too. Thanks on the tube to our friends. Thanks Dead Man Walking for the jewels and Nicole for the jewels and Ebony Sherman. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate all of you guys for helping out.
Can I just point out the shares are only at 90 as well, and I'm not mad, but I am disappointed.
She's disappointed. Agreed. We're gonna move on to our next. Guest here. See what else we got. If they'll load. Nicholas, you can't come back up, bud. You got a restriction. So come back another time. Also, thank you to Crystal who sent me the article from Congress.gov that guy was talking about, and it is a doozy.
yeah, I'm looking at it too. This last part at the very end is really what people should take from it. Todd Bensman is a Texas-based senior national security fellow for the Center for Immigration Studies.
Saw that one. I honestly was kind of excited. I was like, oh, I actually kind of disappointed that we didn't get to talk to him about it because, yeah.
Also, what the fuck is this? Okay, so I'm just gonna. I can't even like copy this because this PDF sucks. Okay.
Yo.
Yes, Dano, the hate group. 1 second, man. 1 second.
Okay. This at the very end. The fuck is that symbol? I don't know if that's the logo for CIS, but
Yeah.
it's a little goose stepper. Yeah, like the fuck is that?
It's a little a little suspect
Yeah.
right there.
Hi, Levito.
Levito, hi. You voted for Donald Trump, is that correct?
Yep, voted red down ballot.
Could you tell us your age and state, please?
Illinois, in my 20s.
Okay. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump's doing right now?
We can do one of the, if you, I mean, I'll be quick, so we can do one of the ones in the back and something that you're doing right now that's unfair. Which one you want to do first?
This live isn't really about me. It's about the Trump administration and politics in general. So,
Right. I'm saying that you're holding him to a higher standard than you should. You're holding him to unrealistic standards in certain ways. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's okay, sure.
Were you upset with the Rob Reiner thing?
Rob,
Do you remember that?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, were you upset with that?
Was I upset with the way that Donald Trump reacted to the Rob Reiner thing?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty unwarranted. Agreed.
It was unwarranted. Do you know the disgusting things Rob Reiner said about Trump?
Sure,
Like,
I do. Absolutely, and I'm going to stop you right there because that's a false equivalency. Was it after Donald Trump died?
It was after one of Donald Trump's
Was it
brothers
after
passed.
Donald Trump died?
Nope.
Was it after Donald? Oh, awesome. So then it's a false equivalency. Anyways, moving on.
Right, because you know that it was
Anyways,
justified.
moving
Trump
on.
said. Yeah, we can move on.
Moving on.
We can
Okay,
move
cool.
on.
So that's bullshit. It's a false
No, it's not.
equivalency.
He should have watched his mouth
Yeah,
when
it
talking
is.
about Trump.
No, he shouldn't because
Yes, he
we can say
should've.
whatever the fuck we want. John Adams said that it is one of the most patriotic of American duties to criticize the President of the United States, sir.
Did John Adams say when a president's brother passes to say, "Oh, wrong Trump"? Did he say that? That's not criticizing the president. That's wishing unaliving on the president.
Sure it is.
What?
Yeah. Sure, but whatever you say. Anyways, was the president dead by Schmurder? No, he wasn't. Was Rob Reiner? Yes, he was. Those are two completely separate situations, and the fact that you're trying to conflate the two is absolutely one of the most absurd things that I've heard this week, and I've heard a lot of fucking absurd things this week, bud.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you should act like if somebody wished unaliving on you and they unalive.
You keep trying to say it as if it's going to make it like work, and it's not.
Okay, yeah, because you're a simp. You're a simp, and you want to hold him to unrealistic standard. But we can move on.
No, I don't, and I'll tell you why. If Donald Trump, unalived, brutally murdered, and Rob Reiner said something super crass about him in that same way, I would say that's an inappropriate thing to say. And even then, it wouldn't be the same thing because Rob Reiner isn't the president of the United States. Rob Reiner is a comedian, a movie star, a TV star, and a producer in Hollywood and a director. He's not the president of the United States. And yes, we hold the president of the United States of America to a higher standard, sir. Yes, we do. But even still, I would still say that Rob Reiner was being crass and inappropriate. If that happened, if the situation was reversed, I would say that. It's fine. I have no problem saying that. That would be a 1-to-1, an A to A, an oranges to oranges situation. Do you understand the difference?
I understand what you're saying. Absolutely. Like I said, we can
There
move
you
on.
go.
We have a fundamental
we can move
disagreement.
on. That you now understand that was ridiculous to say.
No,
Anyways, what
because
else?
if Trump unalive tomorrow, you would celebrate. I bet. If Trump unalive tomorrow, you would celebrate. So,
I wouldn't make a social media post and do what he said. Also, I'm not the president of the United States of America. I'm not held to the standard that the president of the United States of America, elected by the American public and in a job serving the American public, I am not in that position, sir. I'm not a public servant. He is.
standards are subjective. I don't hold Trump to the same standard you do. So,
Oh, so you don't believe in the Constitution?
no, I do, but I don't have to
you don't.
hold.
No, you don't believe in the Constitution because that's literally what the Constitution says that the President of the United States is.
The Constitution says nowhere where you got to hold the president to a high standard. It's never said that.
I didn't say that. I said that it says that he's a public servant. He works for us. It establishes the role of the president of the United States and how he works for us.
Okay, fine, whatever. I mean,
So you think that a movie star in Hollywood, a comedian, should be held to a higher standard or an equal standard to the president of the United States, Levito?
I think he should have washed his mouth. That's what I think.
There
I
you
think
go. So you agree that it's wrong to compare the two. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. We can move on. We're not going to
Okay.
agree.
What would you like to move on to, Levito?
Crimes at record lows. Unalivings, record lows. I mean, it's a but. So I don't know. It's pro crime. People are scared to do crime in this country because they know what's going to happen.
People are scared to do crime in this country? You said
Yes.
that. So wait, you're using what data?
Unalivings.
At the national level?
Yeah, I mean that's what I care about the most. Unalivings, at least in this country, where how we look at it through the lens, unalivings are probably the worst thing you can do. So not morally the worst thing you can do, but it's definitely probably the worst thing you can do in the country.
So you're looking at unalivings at the national level in 2025. I'm assuming you're using what? Are you using FBI data for that? Like, what are you using?
Projections from, because the FBI data wouldn't necessarily be out yet in its totality, but there are projections that are out there, and it's projected that we're way low on crime. People are, like I said, people know better. Well, that's all we needed was a law and order president.
Whoa. What data are you using?
Just told you projections. There's no data out in totality from 2025 yet. We're one day into 2026.
Well, so for FBI data, okay, but is there like some other agency that you're using, or you're just relying on projections?
Lying on projections. I mean, at least I'm not lying to you saying I'm using an agency.
Okay, you're relying on projections from who?
From news sources.
News sources.
Yes.
Holy God. Okay, which news sources, Levito?
I mean, Fox, New York Post.
Fox projections on unalivings.
New York Post. I mean, there's a bunch of. All the major cities.
Projections on the unaliving rate.
What is your point?
That Fox and the New York Post are news outlets, and I mean, obviously their bias is a whole other thing. But even if you were to use a reputable news outlet, projections. I mean, I don't think that's a thing for unalivings. No, I can understand that it's not going to be completely out. I'm simply asking where you're getting your data from, and you are telling me you are relying on projections for unalivings.
Nemo, is crime? Listen, I've never lost a debate to you. I'm literally like 26-0 against you. What I'm asking you is crime at an all-time low or no?
Is crime at an all-time low?
No, years low. My bad. Years low. Is crime at a years low or no? It's
years low. What?
Years.
Wait, what are we? Hold on. What's the time frame? Like
the 5 years. The past 5 years. Is crime at an all-time low or no?
Past 5 years.
When the Joe Biden crime regime took over and crime skyrocketed in the country. Look at DC's unalivings in 2023. What I'm telling you is crime down or up? Are unalivings down or up in the past decade? Trump, this is the first time Trump's been president in 5 years. So tell me.
So, I mean, unalivings have been on a downtrend for the last, 30 years? Like, they peaked in the 90s and have continued a steady downtrend.
Oh, so now I don't want to hear about your uptrends and downtrends. It's either it's going up or it's going down.
You were just talking to me about projections, but you don't want to hear about uptrends and downtrends?
No, because that's the thing. You think that your numbers are always going to be right. They're not.
Your projections are going to be right?
Can I talk to somebody with common sense?
You literally are telling me that you are relying on projections on unaliving. You are relying on the notion that they can predict unalivings. Is this what, Minority Report? Like, the fuck?
Oh my God.
Get the red ball, call Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and I have a quick question for Levito, Nemo, because I think we just want to clarify something. Hey, in 2020, what was the the H side count in 2020? The last year of Donald Trump's presidency? What was it?
Oh, we were. I mean, that doesn't count. We were in C19.
What was it? What was it?
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know the number off the top of my
It
head.
was 198. What was it in 2024, the last year of Joe Biden's presidency?
Joe Biden got out of office in 2025.
What was, I just said, what was it in 2024, the last year of Biden's presidency? Do you know what it was in 2024?
No.
It was 187. That means that Joe Biden ended better than Donald Trump did.
In 2023.
Yeah,
Spiked.
it spiked in 2023 and then it went back down. It
Yeah,
also
but
spiked
you wanna know
during
why
the
it
Trump
spiked?
administration. It also spiked during the Trump administration.
Want to know why it spiked?
It spiked
Because-
during the Trump administration too.
Not in 2023. Trump wasn't president.
I didn't say it
That's why he
spiked.
said the
Holy
Trump
fuck, dude.
administration.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, you want to know why it spiked? Because when you have a president whose son is leaving, as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that because we don't know for sure. But there was white stuff on the floor of the White House, and our president was somewhere with an auto pen, 40% on vacation.
God.
I mean, we didn't even have a president.
By the guys, if you got like that was like 6 bingo things all at once. Mark them down.
Levito,
Yeah,
are you're saying that Hunter Biden and his blow habit has any bearing on unaliving rates? Like, I mean, dude, have you seen Don Jr.?
so DC, listen, and Don Jr. is not much better than Hunter, but he's better.
Okay,
But listen,
so then, like, what?
are you gonna let me finish? Listen,
Go ahead.
Hey,
DC, can I finish, please?
no, Levito, because I'm going to blow your argument up right now. In 2016, what was the unaliving rate in D.C.? It was 135 people. In 2017, what was the unaliving rate in D.C. the first year of Trump's term? It was 116. In 2018, what was the unaliving rate in D.C.? I'll tell you, since I know you don't know. It was 160. 60. It increased by 44 in a single year. Then it went up again in 2019. Then it went up again in 2020.
Okay, I mean, it's an uptrend.
So
It's an
if
uptick.
you're going to talk about this and use 1 year that it increased 1 year for Joe Biden, just a single one, and it went down the other years. You need to take accountability for the fact that it went up 3 of Trump's 4 years, Chief.
If I hit somebody with a car and you do it, does that make
You
it
need
okay
to
if
take
do it?
accountability that Donald Trump's went up 3 of 4 years. Say it. Say, I understand that Donald Trump was worse on crime in D.C. Say it.
What about
I
Diamond
understand
Town?
Donald Trump. Say it. I understand Donald Trump was worse. Say it.
Crime
say it
was
like
on-
be a big
I'm
man
trying to say
and
it.
say it.
Crime was on an uptick. It's trended upwards
Because
during
of Donald Trump. Because of Donald Trump. Because if you're going to blame Joe Biden on the uptick in 2023, you have to blame Donald Trump for the 3 upticks in 18, 19, and 20, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So explain why crime's at an all-time low right now. Nobody can explain it? Huh?
It's been going down for decades, like 30 years, Levito.
Like Nemo said.
It's still. We're getting closer to the numbers that we want. I mean, people are
What
scared.
what are the numbers that you want, Levito?
We want them below 20. I mean, 20 a year is if
Below
that
20
in these
what?
cities.
Below 20 what?
20 unjustified unalivings, which would be deemed as 8 sides. I'm being TikTok friendly.
You want
Bro.
them below 20 no matter
It-
what the size of the city?
Yeah, it doesn't matter the size of the city.
It doesn't?
No.
Interesting.
19
population size
unalivings,
matter?
that's okay. As long as it's 19. But if it's 20, then no, that's unacceptable. But 19, we can take that.
Well, no, I'm not saying anybody's life is okay to be lost, but I understand that things are going to happen. I understand people. We have a problem in this country with drinking. I mean, we have 10,000 drunk driving unalivings a year. People, we have grown adults who can't control their alcohol consumption, and they do things when they just like all these liberal states that want to legalize substances. They like seeing people impaired, intoxicated. So
Yeah.
impaired and intoxicated people do impaired and intoxicated things.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. The older millennial has multiple DUIs on his record. Like, we can provide
I'm
the mugshots if you
peeing.
want.
I can't stop peeing.
Yeah, like he resisted arrest and got tased and pissed himself.
Yeah, I mean Hunter Biden was convicted of felonies, and his dad said that he wasn't
I
going to
know,
pardon
right?
him, and he pardoned him anyway. He pardoned
Yeah.
him anyway. His
Yeah.
dad lied to you, and you would have still voted for his dad.
He actually didn't pardon him for the felony because the felony was a state charge. You can't pardon people for a state charge.
Oh, he did pardon his felonies. He did. He was convicted. He was federally convicted of lying on a firearm form. I mean, that guy's a liar. And I mean, oh my God. Are you in a cult? You people are in a cult.
Wait,
You cannot admit when Joe Biden's wrong.
sure we can.
So will you admit that he was wrong for lying, saying he wasn't going to pardon his son?
I mean, sure. Like,
Oh, thank you. I win. Another one. And Nemo, I'm at like 26
another
and 0
one,
against you.
dude. Holy shit.
26 and 0. You've never beat me in an argument.
26.
Ever.
Well, if you said another one, then it must be 27. But
Yeah,
okay.
27.
Oh.
They just Matt did in fact just beat you. You had to rescind. You had to say that it went up under Donald Trump. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not here to argue in circles. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what I'm telling you is crime is down, and you're gonna just like these people are saying it's wrong. That I mean, gas is $1.90, and people are complaining.
Wait, what? No. Where is it $1.90?
In Texas, I seen the.
Where?
I can show you the TikTok videos at Buc-ee's. It's a gas station called Buc-ee's in
Holy
Texas.
Hell on $1.90 in fucking Texas, dude.
It's probably like in Texas. It has the most oil. So
I just need to be quiet, Levito. It was a federal charge. That's my bad.
I know. Yeah, gas is $1.90
No,
down there.
you know I can look up how much gas is at Buc-ee's, right?
Do y'all have traditional cars in the UK?
Do-
I'm assuming
do-
you're in the UK.
What do you mean traditional cars? What, ones with wheels?
Yeah, I mean, don't you drive on the left side of the road? On the left side, or no, the right side. I mean, my bad, the right side.
We drive on whichever the correct one is.
No, I mean, I don't know if you even use the gas we use over there. Don't you got a King? I mean, I'm talking about America. We don't do Kings here.
Actually, we don't quite use the same gas as yours. Ours is higher quality. It's higher octane than yours is.
Yeah, I guess you get nicer things under a King, huh?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, gas is $1.90. Nemo, you're gonna tell me that's bad too? Is gas so crime being down is bad and gas being cheaper is bad? Oh my God.
No. Wait, what? No. So, yeah, I mean, as far as gas being cheaper, okay. Like,
I mean, everybody around the country was paying $5 under the Biden crime regime, and you don't care.
so
No.
is it your assertion that the president controls gas prices?
Obviously, I mean, it was high under Biden. Trump gets in, he says, "I'm lowering your gas," and my gas is lowered 11 months later.
If the president controls gas prices, why is it $1.90?
I mean, corporations still have to make some type of profit.
But I thought
Why
the
is
president
it?
controlled.
Why was it cheap under Trump? I don't know if you remember, but when Obama was president, gas went up. Trump came in, gas went down. Biden came in, gas went up.
No, that's
Trump came
false.
back in, gas
That's
went
false.
down.
That's false. Gas was cheaper under Obama than it was at any point in the Trump administration.
No, not in 2009. It wasn't.
But during his administration, it was. And if you want us to explain Trump's OPEC deals, we can do that.
I understand the OPEC deal. Telling them, I mean, we were going through a pandemic, so of course he would make a deal like that. What didn't you get? Oh my God! Do you think I'm ignorant?
Do you not remember the deal he made with OPEC before that in 2019?
I mean, I think whatever. I mean, I don't care. Why are you not talking gas? Will you admit that gas is down? Oh my God!
Yeah, gas is down, but like, I don't know how much that matters. Like, on its own, because everything else is more expensive.
More expensive. Name one thing.
Coffee? Beef?
I don't drink coffee.
Okay. You eat beef? You eat any kind of red meat?
I just had
well,
a medium. I just had a medium rare
way the
steak
fuck
2
up
days
right
ago.
now. Yeah, that's way up right now.
I mean, it's always been okay. Go get McDonald's if you can't afford a steak. So
Have you,
what?
when's the last time you went to Mickey D's? You're paying like what, 15, 20 bucks average for a fucking meal at this point? That's crazy.
In the last 5 years, there's been an average menu price rise of 40% in 5 years at McDonald's.
Yeah, Joe Biden was president for 4 of those years.
2019 to 2024. Donald Trump was president for 2 of them.
2019, 2020, 2021, 2022.
So it's 6 years. Actually,
6 years.
It would be 2019, 2020, and then the 4 years. And by the way, you mentioned that we should discount one of Donald Trump's years because of C-19. Cool. Well, then we're definitely going to discount the insane amount of inflation that Joe Biden had to deal with because of C-19.
Mike, will you just concede so I can get a win? Oh my fucking God. I come on and you just argue.
You suck at this, Levito.
No, I mean, you just argue, dude. Like, literally.
Levito.
Don't mock me.
Levito, if we have to concede in order for you to get a win, then you need to get better at arguing, not we need to concede. This is 100% a you problem.
Emo literally admitted gas was cheaper, and guess what he said right after? Everything else is expensive. I mean, it's annoying.
I mean, that's true, though.
It's literally fucking annoying, dude.
I mean, what? Reality? Like, yeah, it is very fucking annoying.
Are you going to concede or no? Because if you're not going to concede, I'll
concede
abide.
on what?
Are you going to concede?
On what?
Nemo, yes or no? Was I right about gas being cheaper or not? Is gas being cheaper a good thing?
Is gas being cheaper a good thing?
It depends on why the gas is cheaper, bud.
What?
Yeah.
How does it depend if you're spending less at the pump?
Also, just a quick fact check. The $1.90 thing that you were saying is massaging the numbers. Because you have to do something to get that price.
What the fuck does that even mean, massaging the numbers? What the fuck?
Yeah, so you have to get a car wash to get that price.
So wash your fucking car. Well, I mean, what is wrong with you?
It costs $16.
To wash it? No, it does not. You get the basic wash. It's probably $11. I don't even live in Texas, but I know a car wash isn't that much.
Let's pretend it is $11.
Why are you not conceding?
What kind of car do you drive? Levito, what kind of car do you drive?
Bye.
Oh, bye. Okay.
Wow, bye. Wow.
Levito's a fun one.
Whenever I hear Levito's voice, he sounds kind of similar sometimes to Isaiah Martin. And I sometimes think, has Isaiah come to troll us? Like, is that what's going on?
I kind of wish that was the case. That would be fucking epic. Like, I wish that was the case.
Yeah, Levito's he's a fun little character. But yeah, if you have to spend $11 on a fucking car wash, like a half-ass car wash at a gas station, are you really saving money? Like, I mean,
yeah, you're not really saving money. You're just paying for something else to make up for the price. And also, there's a number of different things that can mean lower gas prices aren't always just straight up a good thing. Do we all want to pay less in gas? Yeah, of course. No one's saying that we don't. But sometimes falling gas prices are an indicator that the economy is getting weaker. Like for example, simple supply and demand, right, guys? Like, were we in a good economy during C-19? But sure as shit, those gas prices were low, weren't they? Were we all real happy then? No, we weren't. So, yes, we want cheaper gas, but again, at what cost? Sometimes that's not always a good thing. So,
Well, I think it's pertinent to mention at this point that it's been reported widely in the news that because of the price of a barrel of oil and gas companies are letting people go. And the eventual result of this, if the oil price stays where it is, they'll reduce production because it's not worth them pumping oil out of the ground in the United States when it costs them more to pump a barrel than it does that they would get for a barrel.
yeah.
So they will reduce production because it's not worth their while. So low gas for a sustained period of time is great if you want a ton of people to lose their jobs.
Yeah, like
100%.
it's kind of ironic. I mean, it's kind of like almost paradoxical in a way because yes, low gas prices are good, but like you said, it affects the oil industry, and there are like multiple parts to that, right? So there's the drilling side, so like the actual extraction of the oil, and that includes natural gas because that's part of the extraction process. You get natural gas from it. So that's one. Those are going to be drilling rigs. Our rigs have continued to drop. I think it was, I looked at the numbers. I think it was 71 rigs were lost in this past year, which translates to a 15% reduction in the total number of drilling rigs in the United States. 15%. That's a lot in 1 year. In 1 year. So that's number one. Number two, refining. Because you have to refine this shit. Refineries were already closing down. Because if it's not profitable to refine, they will close down. And when they close down, it's not like they can just open back up at the drop of a hat. So what ends up happening is, let's say that oil does become profitable again, or the price goes up. Okay, now you have a bottleneck because drilling might resume, but refining won't. And so now you have a bottleneck with refining capacity. And so you can still have issues with that. So if refineries shut down, you're losing jobs there. Then back to the natural gas thing. So natural gas is pulled during the extraction of oil. And natural gas, obviously, like, you know, we use that for like homes and shit. Natural gas has been skyrocketing in price. And what do you think happens when we stop drilling oil? Like, then there's less natural gas.
It's all related, people.
And in fact, when Joe Biden was president, natural gas was trading really low because they were drilling so much, they were pulling so much natural gas out that it was trading really, really low. Like, plus, on top of that, with the natural gas thing, Donald Trump has committed to send such a large percentage of the US's LNG to other countries. I think he's committed like more than you produce in a year to export to other countries. So what do you think that's going to do to the price of natural gas?
And electricity.
Yeah.
By proxy is going to kill us.
That I encourage everyone, go look at your electric bill. I mean, if you got natural gas, also, oh God, but go look at your electric bill. And go look at what it was a year ago. Like, go like on the website. Normally you can look at past statements. Find it. Because it shot up. And that plus skyrocketing rent, plus everything being more expensive because of tariffs, is it really worth cheap gas. Like,
Yeah.
does that really help?
Yeah, the answer is probably no. Real quick, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, we'd like you to hop in the box. We got well over 700 people in here. We're glad you guys are here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on this Thursday night. Don't mind the different setup. I am still out of town. I'll be back tomorrow, so never fear. We'll be back to the normal setup. Please make sure you're doing all of the good things. Make sure that you're tapping that screen, helping out with the gift goal. Make sure that you're following myself and Nemo. Follow both of our backup accounts and multiple backup accounts, especially for Nemo. Follow our friend Erica. She's private, but she'll accept you after the fact. Gifting our friends over here also helps out with that algorithm, along with tapping. Hey, if you're over on the tube, we've got around about 180 people watching on the tube. Thank you very much for your support over there as well. We now have super chats and gifts there as well. Thank you, by the way, to KGRYJDE says for the New Year's Eve gift. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys supporting over there as well. Lastly, if you want to support us here, we have links in all of our bios where you can support us. And I want to say thanks to Allie for the 5 on the Cash App. It says, for Levito, one Chicagoan to another, you're a sore loser. Facts. So if you voted for Donald Trump, we would like you to hop in the box and let's have a conversation. Come on up and have a chat with us. Let's talk.
I was a bit confused because someone in the comments said that natural gas is down, and I'm just looking at a chart with natural gas since about 1999 to now, and it hit a low under Biden and has been progressively making its way up since. So no, it's currently the highest that it has been since early 2024.
Yeah. Anyone who lives in the Northeast, like anyone who lives where I do, you know that one of the things they push up here is get rid of your oil burner, get rid of your oil furnace, get rid of your oil boiler, get rid of it. Switch over to natural gas because natural gas is cheaper. It's cleaner. It's more efficient. Do it. At my first the first two houses that I owned, they both originally had oil tanks, and then I converted them to natural gas. This particular house that I'm in right now, unfortunately, the neighborhood that I'm in, it sits on a ledge, and I don't have the ability to switch over to natural gas, and especially when I moved in, I was like, oh man, this sucks, and I really hate like paying for oil and having to refill an oil tank and the whole thing. And that was one of the reasons why I paid for mini splits, and I got some mini splits installed, and so now my house is mostly electric, and then occasionally I'll use that oil heater as backup. But it's been a huge push for years, huge push. And the reason why this is now going to be a problem is because they've gotten so many people, especially up here in the Northeast, to switch over to natural gas. And there's a lot of people now that rely on it very heavily as their primary source of energy. So
they're trying to get us to switch to ground source heat
I have a
pump.
question.
hey, hang on, unknown. Sorry, one sec. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No,
Okay, we're just looking for Trump supporters right now, so
I hate Trump. He's a liar.
we all agree with you, my friend. How old are you?
I'm like 15.
We appreciate you, but can't be up here. You know that. TikTok, we know you got to be 18 plus to be up here. Appreciate you being honest. Appreciate you not liking Trump, bud. Come back in 3 years, okay? We appreciate you.
And when you do, don't interrupt me in the middle of a freaking sentence. Anyway, They're trying to get us all to change over to ground source heat pumps, but they're really expensive. Like, really expensive. And you have to have the right amount of land. I live in a teeny tiny house on a teeny tiny plot. So I don't think mine is big enough. But once you bought one of those, it's maintenance, but it basically costs you nothing.
Yeah. Anyone who watches This Old House on NPR, on a PBS, excuse me, if you watch This Old House, I mean, yeah, if you're like me, okay, and you'll notice that in a ton of the houses that they do now and the houses that they renovate, Rich Trathui, who's their HVAC guy and the guy who does the plumbing and everything like that, he's the guy. He'll almost always recommend to them that they do one of those systems here in the States. Oh, your dad watches it? Cool story. Thank you for making me feel good about my life choices. Thank you. So yeah. Anyways, it's definitely like the wave of the future, but Erica's right. You got to have like a certain amount of space. It's really it's not going to be good. There's really nothing good about what's coming, and I just think it's very short-sighted to simply say, "Hey, gas prices are down, and so everything is good," and that's not. Yeah, unknown. I can't have you up, but you're 15. We can't have people who are under the age of 18. But thanks for playing.
Matt is basically the opposite of you, and proves it by watching old people TV shows.
It's not old people TV shows. It's TV shows for people that enjoy home renovation and woodworking. Shut up, Erica.
Have you ever watched Grand Designs from here? Yeah. Grand Designs is a trip. If you've never watched it, everything that can go wrong goes wrong. And they go hundreds of thousands of pounds over budget. It's worth a watch for the who gets pregnant, who unalives, who, like, it's a whole it's like a soap opera, with the added benefit of interior design and architecture.
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, is what it is. But it's fun. Indie Television, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Trump.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 34 and I'm in Mississippi. I voted in Mississippi.
Cool. Do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that Trump's doing right now?
Yeah, listen, I don't get how you could say Trump is pro-crime. As far as I'm concerned, he's reducing crime. I mean, I just read an article that says that overdose deaths from the F word are way down. I mean, unless you're gonna be crying about boats and the water, all that type stuff.
So okay, the two aren't related, though.
What do you mean they're not related? What are you talking about? What's not related?
So you said Fent, right? And you said the boats, and I'm assuming you're talking about the boats that we've been blowing up, right?
Yeah, but you're about to give me some stats, right? You're gonna give me some stats. No. You're gonna
I
say
just
like,
want to make sure that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the F word, in the boats.
Okay. So, I mean, Fent doesn't come from Venezuela.
Yeah, you don't know where it comes from. Look.
Yeah, no, we do.
No, you know about the people who've been caught. You know about the people who've been caught. You don't know about the people who haven't been caught. See, that's the problem. You know about the people who were arrested and taken to jail. You don't know about the people who were not arrested and not taken to jail. So just
like the ones that we blew up.
Yeah, why don't you show us the evidence that's...
Well, they haven't been arrested. You can only talk about the people who've been arrested.
Right. So what you're saying is that we don't know anything about the people being blown up.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
It sounds like it.
No, you're saying that Trump doesn't have more intelligence than you. You know, more access to more intelligence and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's your assertion.
the White House absolutely has access to more intelligence than I do, but I mean, I feel like Rand Paul, who is on the Foreign Relations Committee, I think. He's on like two committees related to foreign relations. He has literally said that fent doesn't come from Venezuela, and we know that because the precursors come from China, and it's manufactured in Mexico by cartels like the Sinaloa cartel, and then moved into the U.S. predominantly by U.S. citizens.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know about the people that have been caught. You know they don't know if it's necessarily not coming from Venezuela, especially, Rand Paul. I don't even know if he's on that, what committee he's on. He may not even be on that type of committee that's giving that type of information.
Nemo told you what committee he was on. And again, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked you before. You can't just suppose that that's what's happening. You need to, if you're making a positive claim that that is what's coming from Venezuela, prove it to us.
Well, it doesn't really matter if it's coming from Venezuela or not, because I'm going to tell you why. Look, also...
It does matter, because that's why they're blowing up boats, apparently.
Well, so you're going to say they're just blowing up boats for no reason. They don't have any reason to blow these boats up. It's just all staged, and they're just hitting innocent fishermen. Is this your assertion?
Kind of. So, like, the broader goal is to provoke a war with Venezuela.
So, so you heard about that strike on the port, right? You're saying that had nothing to do with anything. That was just a innocent port, just a port facility with, Mitsubishi, cars in there. You know what I'm saying? Is that your assertion? That's what you're asserting here?
What the fuck has Mitsubishi cars got to do with anything?
I'm saying they said it had something to do with, the F word. And you're saying, oh no, they're not. They're
Is
just
this in
trying
Venezuela?
to provoke war. Yeah, it was in Venezuela.
Okay, then it's not fent. Like, I mean, that's as simple as we can really get. Is that if we're talking about fent, it's not coming from Venezuela.
But you don't know that though. You don't know.
We really do.
Because you heard it from Rand Paul.
Rand Paul, who is on the Committee on Foreign Relations, the Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions, Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, and the Committee on Small Business Entrepreneurship. Yes, that Rand Paul.
Also a Republican, Nemo.
He is.
Oh, crazy.
Nah, he's like a libertarian.
No, Ron Paul was a libertarian. Rand Paul, I mean, like, he has some, I guess, semi-libertarian tendencies, but he is firmly a Republican.
But here's the thing, right? I'm gonna tell you why, even though what you're saying could be true, I'm extending our branch to say maybe you're right. But at the same time, you gotta set an example.
How?
This is you're setting an example. You're telling Mexico what's gonna happen if they keep messing around.
Wait, no, we're not. We're blowing up random boats in the Caribbean. Why would Mexico give a fuck about that?
What, you actually think the U.S. military is just out there just blowing up random boats for no reason?
I mean, it was concerning enough that an admiral resigned within 15 minutes of being given the order.
Yeah,
and it was concerning enough, Nemo, that my country stopped giving your country intelligence because they were worried about being implicated in war crimes.
War crimes?
Yeah.
What, Britain? You talking about the UK?
Mm-hmm.
They stopped sharing intelligence?
About the Caribbean, yeah.
Soft. You know what I'm saying? That's real soft.
Well, no, it's not, because I don't know whether you know this or not, but the UK has significant interest in the Caribbean. Like, significant interest in the Caribbean. And I don't think it's soft not wanting to be implicated in your country's war crimes. I think that sounds sensible.
No, here's the thing. you know, we have a lot of, you know, hold on, I just lost my point. I lost
It's
my
all
train
right.
of thought.
Have a think for a couple of minutes because you're clearly struggling. Well, I just remind everybody. No, it's fine. You just have a little. Get your thoughts together. I just want to remind everyone to keep booping Matt's face. Keep sending your daily heart me's if you haven't already. We're still only on 200 and something shares, which, frankly, or maybe 300. Anyway, whatever it is, it's not enough. So keep booping, keep sharing. You know where to find the deets if you want to give anybody like a New Year's tip. Just the tip though, okay? Just the tip. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you just poke
Yeah,
my pee-pee, Matt?
I was trying to poke Nemo's pee. I just needed to go a little lower. That's all.
Oh, cool.
I didn't want to do anything.
You guys are
inappropriate
saying
with you.
that Trump is pro-crime. This is the opposite of pro-crime. This is pro-law and order.
Is it
I mean,
pro-crime to commit 34 felonies?
That was trumped up charges, you know. Listen, that
Cool
was
story.
political
Is
persecution.
do you think it's pro-crime to pardon a whole ton of rich people from really shitty stuff they've done? Do you think that's pro-crime? Like telling rich people they can do whatever they want as long as they spend a couple of $1 million on a plate for a dinner at Mar-a-Lago?
No, look, I don't know about the specifics of the people who were pardoned. Everybody was pardoned. You know, I don't even think Trump does. But, you know, I think that's all right. You know, I
Think it's all right that a president is pardoning people when he doesn't know the specifics of their crimes? Is that what you just said?
I mean, listen. Sometimes
That sounds
people do.
Matt, does that not sound pro-crime to you? Like just pardoning somebody without knowing what they've done?
That's wild. I mean, why would you do that? That's very pro-crime.
It's not more pro-crime than the last president just pardoning a whole bunch of people he said he wasn't even going to
Except for the fact, who did he say that he wasn't going to pardon that he pardoned?
His son.
And why did he do that?
Yeah, I mean, because
Hold on, time out.
He got that nepotism.
Hold on, time out. You just said a whole bunch of people. Who were the other people, by the way?
You got like Fauci.
No. He never said that. He never said he wasn't going to not pardon Fauci. When did he say that?
Fauci wasn't even charged with a crime.
Exactly.
You know
he preemptively pardoned him to make sure that the Trump administration couldn't come after him in a vindictive way because he knew that they would. Anyways, I'm asking you again. You just said that a bunch of people he promised not to pardon and then he pardoned. There's only one.
I missed.
So you were wrong. Yeah, you were wrong about that. So in fact, no, that didn't actually happen. And in fact, all of the people that Joe Biden pardoned, he knew why he was pardoning and did so purposefully. We literally have Donald Trump not really understanding why he's pardoning people and pardoning people that he shouldn't be pardoning. So you think that George Santos, for example, who stole hundreds of thousands of dollars just last year, stole
I didn't agree with
hundreds
that
of thousands of dollars from his own voters. And then Donald Trump pardoned him. And when you pardon somebody, they no longer have to pay back that money. They no longer have to make restitution.
I didn't agree with that one.
Great. So you didn't agree with that one. So you agree that he's pro-crime in that instance.
No. I think
No. But he is because Donald Trump was like, hey, I want to make sure that not only do you get out of jail, but you're not even going to have to pay back the money that you owe. Which it would have been one thing to say, okay, I'm going to commute your sentence. You don't have to be in jail anymore, but you still have to pay back the people that you stole money from. But he didn't do that. What about CZ? What about the multi-billionaire Chinese investor who did an entire money laundering scheme to the tune of $4 billion, to the tune of $4 billion that helped fund terrorism in America? Why did he pardon him?
I don't know why he pardoned him. That's the one who said he didn't remember.
How about the former president of Nicaragua? How about him?
Well, I think that had to do with.
Or I'm sorry
uh,
about of Honduras.
Honduras.
My
Honduras.
bad. My apologies. Jose Hernandez. Why did we pardon him? He was sent to jail for 45 years. Do you know how much he helped smuggle into the country? Do you know the amount?
Yeah,
What's the amount? What was the amount? Say it.
I don't know
Say
the amount. 20
It was
tons or something?
400 tons. But that guy gets a pass.
What?
That rich. Hold on. We could just keep going. But tell us how all of those things are not pro-crime. There's no reason to have pardoned any of those people. And I could keep going. What about Russ Albrecht, the guy who started the Silk Road? Why pardon that guy?
Silk Road. That was a little trippy. But,
Yeah, so now you've agreed with me that multiple ones that high-profile pardons were bad. So you can agree that those are bad pardons, and he's pro-crime.
No, that's not pro-crime. It's not pro-crime.
Then what is it?
Look, the one with Honduras, right? Let's start with the one with Honduras.
Okay, well, no. Before we do that, if you pardon people who shouldn't be pardoned, who don't deserve to be pardoned, are you pro-justice or are you pro the people committing the crime?
No. Hold on. Let me talk real quick.
No. I know
It's
you
not a
want to.
yes
I know
or
you
no.
don't. I know you don't want to answer this question, but it's real simple. If you pardon people and let them get away with committing crimes without consequences, are you pro-justice or are you pro?
But it's not that simple. You're trying to put me in a yes or no question.
It literally is that simple.
No, it's not.
It literally is.
Let me explain why. Right.
Oh, okay,
So,
great. Explain to all of us why it's different.
Look, you got the guy from Honduras, right? Right now, you're trying to tell Maduro to turn himself in to avoid bloodshed in Venezuela. So you're telling the president of Venezuela, step down, come to the United States, go to jail, right? And there's people's lives on the line, right? The people of Venezuela's lives are on the line. So you let the president of Honduras go. He's out of political power, right? But now you're signaling to Maduro that if he steps down and avoids bloodshed, that maybe he'll get out. So this is a humanitarian thing. This is a strategic move. You have to look at it like that. And if you care about human life, the sanctity of human life, then you would understand that. That's just a fact right there. And as far as, CZ and these other guys, maybe I don't know all the circumstances behind why they were pardoned and the exigent circumstances.
I don't know, but you just said something that was completely untrue. You realize that the U.S. isn't asking Maduro to come to the United States. They just said that if he steps down, they'll offer him safe evacuation out of his own country.
Well, okay. All right, maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong.
So
about
what you're
that.
talking about has no bearing. The Hernandez situation has no bearing on Venezuela. Has nothing to do with this situation.
Yeah. I mean, also, Hernandez was responsible for moving, what was it? Was it 400 tons?
Yeah, it was 400 tons.
400 tons of blow into the U.S. He works with the Sinaloa cartel, with El Chapo, that motherfucker. And he moved 400 tons of blow into the U.S. The kind of the blow that is oftentimes cut with fent and can lead to people ODing. So if we can just summarily unalive people without a trial, without any kind of compelling evidence in the Caribbean, be on the idea that fent is unaliving people in the US. Why would Donald Trump pardon someone who moved way the fuck more?
We don't know how much Maduro's moved. We look. You don't know how much Maduro's moved. You're just saying you know how much he moved. You don't know if
I'm
Maduro
talking about Hernandez.
Hernandez, right? We're talking about the guy from Honduras. Okay, yeah, but here's the thing, right? It's still even if you're not telling Maduro to come and turn himself in to the United States, you're showing that you'll extend some leniency to these presidents if they step down. I mean, that's how I looked at it. That's
Hang
how I
on.
look at it.
Hang on. I thought you said earlier when we were talking that you wanted that what Trump's doing right now to Venezuela is to send a message to Mexico.
Yeah, it's to send a message to anybody
Okay,
who's
cool.
trafficking.
Why isn't he then arresting the people and bringing them to United States to signal to Mexico that if they give people up, they're not going to be like your own argument is contradicting what you said earlier.
No. My argument's not contradicted because here's the thing, right? They've arrested what they got: El Mayo, they got El Chapo, they got El Chapo's sons. These people were all extradited to the United States overnight, so you can't necessarily say that. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
these
then,
people.
but why would you pardon one that we already had?
Well, he was the president. He was the president, and you don't know
So?
if he was being extorted or not. How do you know if he wasn't being extorted? I mean,
Because
did
he worked-
you go read the court notes? Do you know the extenuating circumstances of what happened?
He worked with the Sinaloa cartel to like maintain power.
But do you know if he was being extorted or not?
If he
Do
was
you?
being extorted, wouldn't he have got a lower time in jail?
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why they pardoned him.
What?
Yeah, maybe that's why they pardoned him. Maybe that's why Trump let him go. He was being extorted. He was being extorted by the Sinaloa cartel.
The court would have taken that into account when sentencing.
But did you read the case? I don't know if you read the case or not. Did
You read it.
No, but this is common sense, though.
Okay, but no, but this is common sense and you didn't read it either. Cool story, bro. You're just making shit up to try and make Trump look better, and it's very transparent to everybody.
I'm not making up nothing. I'm using common sense here. I'm using common sense.
You can't use something you don't possess.
What are you talking about? I don't possess common sense. This is crazy. Look, I don't make attacks against attacking you. So I don't know why you would attack me first.
What you got?
No, I don't have anything to say about you. Your Earl Grey drinking self. I don't have anything to say.
I hate Earl Grey. Actually, I'm an English breakfast tea girl.
English breakfast tea girl.
Yeah, it's delicious. But go on anyway. Try. I love it. It when Trumpers get mad at me and end up calling me the C word, I freaking love it. It really pumps me up. So
but I'm a Christian. I don't use foul language. You know what I'm saying?
Go on, go ahead. I'm giving you permission.
No, I don't use any foul language. I don't use any foul language. I never do. I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. You can't say the man is pro-crime. He's not pro-crime. You're just making it up. It's kind of ridiculous.
How are we making it up, though?
You're making it up. You're saying, because he had political charges pressed against him, that he's got, these felonies, he's pro-crime. Oh, he pardoned a few people, which the circumstances are up for grabs right now. You don't even know. I can come up with a few reasons why these people pardoned off the top of my head.
Okay, I've got one for you. Tell me why this person was pardoned. Okay, the guy's name is Lawrence Duran. He stole $205 million in Florida as part of a Medicare fraud scheme. $205 million. And Donald Trump is taking Medicare and Medicaid away from people whilst pardoning a guy who committed $205 million worth of fraud. So he doesn't have to pay that back to the American people.
No. I'm not saying I can defend every pardon.
Why did he pardon him?
I don't know why he pardoned. I didn't say I could defend everything.
You can't defend every pardon. You haven't defended any of them.
Yeah, I did. I defended the war from Honduras. I think I gave a solid reason why the war from Honduras.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys are biased though. You're biased because you're anti-Trump.
Hang on. Are you pro? Did you vote for Trump? Are you pro-Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Trump
Okay,
3
so
times.
doesn't that make you biased as well?
No, that makes me a realist.
No, it makes you biased, my love.
No, if Trump was messing up, I would be the first person to say it. If Trump was messing up, I hold politicians accountable. I would be the first person to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would. I'm not biased. You guys have the TDS, the derangement syndrome.
No, the Trump derangement syndrome is thinking that he's doing a good job.
No, that's not.
I have a couple of questions for you. How do you feel that bankruptcies are at a high since COVID right now?
I don't know anything about it.
You
I'm
don't
not
know anything.
bankrupt.
How do you feel about the unemployment rate?
I don't know anything about that either.
Okay, this is weird. This is really weird. How do you feel about the fact that you have no inflation data from November and the inflation data, sorry, from October, and the inflation data from November is incomplete, so you don't know what your inflation rate is right now?
Well, that's not necessarily Trump's fault, though. I mean, I think, didn't he fire the guy? I think he fired one of those guys or something like that. But at the same time, I mean, you were going to have inflation even if you had Kamala in office. You know, even if Kamala Harris got elected.
Really?
You're gonna have,
How so? Please explain to us how she would have caused inflation.
Well, Joe Biden is the one who caused most inflation in 2022. I mean,
Really? How did he do that? Please explain.
oh, when he began putting these sanctions on Russia, he cut off. You know, the dollar gets exported. We export our inflation. So if you can't export the inflation, you're going to have more inflation.
What the fuck are you talking about? You export inflation.
No. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Andy, that was really very, very smart. Say that for everybody again, please.
Oh, you want to explain it like in detail more?
Yeah, like we couldn't possibly understand what you're talking about. Please explain how we export inflation.
Okay. The U.S. dollar was at one point in time a global currency, right? You print dollars, the dollars go all over the world, right? The petrodollar, right? So you can only use oil, buy oil in dollars. Prior to 2022, when Joe Biden cut off Russia. So he cut off one of the a major oil producer, remember OPEC, he cut them off. Okay? So now when you print money, right? You print money, you can't export the money anymore to Russia, which they have $300 billion or something like that they just froze them out of. So now you have BRICS. BRICS got an acceleration. So the BRICS Union, so the BRICS trade bloc got an acceleration, and you can't export the inflation all over the world anymore. That's what happens with the dollars. You export inflation.
Indy, it would have been simpler just to say, I don't know anything about this, because those
I
things
do
you just
know what
said-
I'm talking
No,
about.
even you're laughing when you say that.
I wasn't
when
laughing.
you say that. You're laughing
That was
now.
legit. I'm laughing now because you're laughing.
I'm not laughing. I mean, it was a fun, and everything you said was in fact words, but in the order that you put them, it didn't make any sense.
It did make sense. Okay, hold on. So if the dollar goes all over the world, right? If you print $1, you print $100, right? And these $100 are gonna go all over the world. They're gonna go to, some of them are gonna go to Russia, some of them are gonna go to China, some of them are gonna go to the UK. So if you cut off Russia, you're gonna have inflation. This is common sense. I mean, I don't understand what you want to say. I don't understand how you don't understand that.
Why
You're gonna have
why
major
would we
inflation
why?
because the dollars go everywhere. If the dollars can't go everywhere, they're gonna stay in the United States and cause inflation.
What?
Yes,
Can you tell us the mechanism by which that would work?
What do you mean with the mechanism by which it will work?
How would those dollars staying in the United States? By the way, the idea that you're exporting like physical cash money is in 2025 is freaking wild.
Wild.
But anyway, can you tell us how those dollars staying in the United States causes inflation, please? The mechanism by which they cause inflation.
Well, if you can't export dollars, and even if it's just digital dollars, right? Because I think they added digital dollars in a couple years ago, right? So even if you can't export the money anymore, if the money can't go to other countries, if other countries are refusing to take the dollar, if they're saying, oh, we're gonna make our own dollar, we're gonna trade oil no longer in the dollar, we're gonna trade in the Indian rupee, we're gonna trade in the whatever they trade in Iran.
I need you to stop. What is inflation? Can you explain it to us?
Increase of the money supply.
Wrong.
It's not an increase of the money supply?
Wrong.
Oh.
No. Wrong. That's not what inflation is. Inflation is when you have a sustained increase in the price of goods and services, which over time leads to a decrease in purchasing power of your currency. That's
it's the same thing, though. Increase in the money supply. If you make more dollars,
you're talking just about devaluing the dollar, right? You're not talking about inflation.
Yeah, hold on. If you print more money or you digitally create more money, right? And this money can't go anywhere, it's gonna stay here.
Why would you create the money though?
Why would you create? They always create money. I mean,
no, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They will make it.
No.
Every time, look. What's the interest rate right now? The interest rate is freaking. It's they've been lowering it the whole freaking time.
So.
Yeah, that's the increase. That's basically them printing money.
No.
Yeah. Because they're letting people borrow for less.
No.
They're borrowing from the Federal Reserve for less money.
Indy, I'm really am interested. Where does your knowledge on economics come from?
Where did my knowledge on economics come from?
like, did you do like a high school course in economics, or did you do a university course in economics? Like,
no,
how
it's just,
do you...
I listen to podcasts and stuff.
Is it just common sense?
No, I listen to podcasts and stuff.
Which ones?
I like Peter Schiff.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay.
Why do I know that name? Hold on.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. This is common sense. Look, in 2022, Biden cut off Russia. He cut Russia off. That's a market for the dollar.
Okay. So I have a question, Indy. In 2022, it's not the interest, it's the inflation. Did inflation just suddenly go up in 2022 when the Russia thing happened?
It began to go up. It began to go up
in 2020, and it gradually went up until it reached its peak in 2022.
But here's the thing, though. In 2020, 2020, you're talking about when Trump was in office. He gave all those checks out. The PPP.
I haven't mentioned that. So inflation began going up in 2020 because
the 19 thing.
What 19 thing?
The C word, whatever you want to call it.
Right, yeah, because of supply and demand issues.
Yeah. Supply, but here's the thing, right? If you look, you've cut off demand of the dollar in 2022. Biden cut off a significant portion of demand for the dollar.
It's not, even if we were gonna go down your insane bit of logic, which doesn't actually make any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It literally doesn't. What you're talking about would be two different things. You're conflating a couple of different arguments. Number one would be that Russia, their demand for our currency could impact our economy in a way that could disrupt it, which couldn't be further from the truth. Maybe if, like, the EU quit its demand for our policy, that might be a thing, or like the Asian markets, like that would be a disruption. Russia is not. That's assuming what you're trying to say. But also, the greater point is, if we cut Russia off, what happens to demand for our currency in your scenario? What happens?
Demand for our currency goes down because you just didn't cut
Goes
Russia
down.
off.
Exactly correct. In the short term, does supply rise? Because
No.
demand has gone down.
No, not necessarily.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
No, hold on,
yes.
hold on.
Because hold
yeah,
on.
yeah,
dude.
that
Simple,
which is hold on, I
simple
misspoke.
fucking economics. Stop. Simple fucking economics, right?
Yeah, that's why we're having a crazy inflation.
Except for the fact that if the supply of our currency rose even just a little bit, we would have had to have seen in 2022 that jump, right?
Well,
right? So it would have started in Erica, what do you got there, friend?
Well, this is a chart about the M3 money supply, which is how much money is being printed. And if you look, there is a sudden leap up just here, right? See that like vertical incline? That was in 2020. Then that kind of less steep incline, that's through 2021 into the beginning of 2022. So if we're going to talk about money supply being the issue with inflation, then I just want to draw your attention to that like vertical leap up there, which was under Donald Trump.
Exactly. So if that were the case, then you would have that issue.
No.
Right.
Here's the thing, right? Okay, you had it to the end of 19, right? You had the C word, right? So you had printing, so you had more inflation, but at the same time you had an outlet for the inflation. Now, 2022.
No, you didn't. And when you saw that chart, there was absolutely nowhere on there where we saw a spike in the money supply in 2022. We also didn't see a spike in inflation in 2022. Inflation peaked in 2022 and then started going down. There is no mathematical basis for anything that you were saying.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing that you've said correct. When I said there's no mathematical basis for anything that you're saying, and you said, yeah, there you go.
No, whoa, hold on. I hear what you're saying, but that's why that guy got fired with the Bureau of Labor Statistics or whatever, the people who keep all that stuff.
No, it's not. You're not going to say that there was fake statistics. You're not going to say that the numbers were cooked. You're not going to say anything like that because that's not going to fly.
Oh, but why? Why won't you let me say that, though? You already knew that's what I was going to say. Here, see, there you go.
Yeah, because
the same guy as before, but he's just like, you know, why won't you let me have a win, guy? Is it the same person?
No,
it's
not.
a bit different.
No,
because you're crying like he did.
I'm not crying. No, I'm not. What? Cry about what? What am I crying about?
Oh, wait. Never mind. It might be Levito.
Oh. Are you Levito?
Levito, is this one of your alts?
No, I'm Indy. You've talked to me before.
Yeah, I know
I'm
we
not
talked to you before. It doesn't mean you can't be Levito.
I'm not Levito. I don't even know who that is.
No?
I promise I don't know who that is. Scout Sauter.
Okay, bud.
No. But here's the thing, though. I hear what you're saying, but you have to admit that the statistics are kind of funny. I mean, the statistics are not necessarily legitimate, and nobody thinks that the price of groceries have come down. Nobody thinks the price of groceries come down. And people think that inflation has gone up. They feel like inflation just keep going up and going up and going up. And this is why because at the same time you don't have the dollar works. The dollar works because the dollar allowed people, the United States, to print money and export the money we printed. We got to export the money we printed.
That's not. I want you to bring us a source on that. I'm because I've never ever heard anybody say that apart from you ever.
It's common sense though.
No. Don't. It's common sense. I want you to prove it with sources.
Okay. Is the dollar globally used?
I'm sorry. I want you to prove it with sources.
No. That's a sub question. Was the dollar prior to 22 globally used?
It still is globally used.
But it's decreasing.
What do you mean it's decreasing?
Okay, you have all the countries that decided to trade in their own currency to avoid U.S. sanctions for trading with Russia. How many countries decided to trade in their own currency and started ditching the dollar?
Already did.
Why is the price of gold?
Stop. People already did trade in their own currency, not for oil because of the petrodollar, but for everything else. Countries have always traded in a mixture of currencies.
Okay, well, why is gold going up to $4,000 an ounce? Why is silver at 130 in Japan right now?
Because at times where you get a crazy megalomaniac president, people put their money into things that tend not to lose their value. That's why.
Oh, so if gold is going up, that would mean people are getting rid of the dollar?
Hey,
Unless you've got... Go on.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Erica?
So not unless you've got proof that they're paying for things with that gold.
Right. Because then it's just speculative, right? And the other thing that I was going to point out to Erica's point is you're right that we're seeing a decline in the dollar, Indy. I won't argue with you there. But when and how much?
Well, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly.
You don't know exactly. You're going to claim that this is a problem. You should know when.
It started in 22.
Incorrect. It actually started this year. It started in 2025. We've seen the largest decline in 50 years. 11%. 11% is what the dollar declined in the first half of 2025. That's the largest drop we've seen in 50 years. Under what president?
See, no. See, you want to say it's under Trump.
President?
You want to say it's under Trump.
No. It's not that I want to say that it's under Trump. Who has been the president since January of this year?
Okay, it's Trump. Trump's been the president since January
cool.
this year.
And in the first half of this year, which includes all of the months that he has been president, we have dropped the dollar 11%, which is its worst performance in 50 years, 50, which is longer than any person on this panel has been alive. Donald Trump presided over the largest decline in the dollar that none of us have seen in our lifetimes. So, what were you trying to say about Joe Biden?
But I'm blaming this on Joe Biden. I say it started in 22, and we're just feeling it now.
How so? How could that possibly have happened?
Because of what I said. Because I just gave you the whole explanation. I'm saying, look, the reason why the dollar has not been the reason why we didn't feel so much inflation inside the United States is because we had a petrodollar, and we export the dollar all over the world. If you export the dollar all over the world, if you have more people using your dollar, right? And then all of a sudden people start saying like, oh, we're going to start doing business in gold, right? Like Venezuela is doing with Russia right now. They pay for weapons with gold. So apparently, this is what I heard, apparently. Now,
but you don't have information to back that up.
Well, I mean, look, I heard it, but it makes sense. I heard it on a podcast, but it makes sense. It makes common sense. I mean, it's common sense stuff. Some of this stuff is common sense. Some of this stuff is deduction by deductive reasoning. I'm using reason skills here. You guys are acting like
okay. Is it common sense that because I walk along the ground and it is flat, that the earth must therefore be flat?
No, that's not common sense.
No, that is actually common sense, but science debunks that. So what I've asked you for multiple times is sources that prove what you're saying, rather than, because I can say anything's common sense without it actually being common sense. You get me?
No, ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. Here's the thing. If you have, look, if people suddenly say, hey, we're gonna stop using the dollar, and then if in 2022, 3 years ago, you cut off all these countries from using the dollar. So you say, hey, nobody can do business with Russia no more. We're cutting them off, right? And then in 2025, you have a huge increase in inflation. You can use common sense and deduce that this was due to that, and not necessarily due to the current president. You can deduce this. This is deductive reasoning.
Again, you can't use something you don't have any of.
Opinion.
Bro, are you fucking Sherlock Holmes or something? Like, what the fuck?
No, I'm just...
My dear Matthew.
Elementary.
Deductive. He's just gonna keep saying deductive reasoning over and over and over again. Like, what the fuck, bro?
No, it is deductive reasoning. I mean, what do you want me to say? I look, I'm right, and you guys are wrong. I'm right. I'm always right.
All right, cool. Oh man, you got us. You're right, and we're wrong. What an argument.
I know he's laughing. He's clearly just having like a little fun time making shit up.
I'm not making up nothing. I'm not making up nothing.
And you're laughing again.
I'm laughing because you guys are funny. You guys are funny, and you're laughing at me too. I don't know why. We're all having a laugh.
I'm not laughing. What makes you think I'm not even smiling?
You sound like you're smiling.
Maybe I just have a happy voice. Maybe I should teach Trumpers how to sound like they're happy, because the majority of them sound miserable as sin.
I'm not miserable. I'm having a good time all the time. And here's the thing. This is how the dollar works. This is why you're going to see the dollar this is why gold is going to keep going up and silver is going to keep going up. This stuff is going through the moon right now. I mean, look, 2000, the silver is a direct, the year 2000 silver was $5. It's $80 right now. It was $80 just a couple days ago. So I mean, just look at the price of that.
I feel like what you're telling me to do is to sell the gold charm bracelet that was left to me by my grandma in her will, and the gold sovereign. Yeah, thank you for this. You've really helped me out. I've made some decisions about what I'm going to do with stuff.
I wouldn't sell it. I would keep it. I'd keep it because the dollar might be worthless. The pound.
What the dollar's worth means fuck all to me. I don't use dollars.
Your pound, unless they're gonna put you on the euro. Did you guys ever leave the pound, or did you have the euro?
Lordy.
The sterling, the pound sterling. Is that what you guys call it over there?
Oh my God! Listen, if we have any other Trump supporters who want to get up, feel free. We'll have a conversation with you, have a discussion. Slugger, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh God, no! I just wanted to come up and tell Erica you do have a beautiful, happy voice. Nemo, have a happy New Year. Erica, happy New Year. Matt,
happy New Year to you too, lovely.
Thanks.
I hope everybody has a great week too. Sorry,
you forgot about me.
I did not.
If he'd wanted to say Happy New Year to you, he would have done so, Indy.
I don't deserve to have a Happy New Year.
I mean, at this point, no.
That's so mean. Why you got so mean to me, man? What did I do? Hey, isn't that bad? I voted for Trump. I don't deserve to have a happy new year because I voted for Trump. That's crazy, man. I mean,
It's not that for me. It's the fact that you're making up reasons why inflation went up. That's why you don't deserve to have a good new year.
no. Look, the actual reason. Look, here's the thing. If wisdom was common, wisdom is not that common. The true record of events, most people wouldn't know. It would seem foreign to them when somebody explained to them what actually happened.
You're right. You're proving to everyone right now that wisdom is not, in fact, common.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm sorry if everybody else is working on, with a dead battery, and mine's is fully charged. I can't really help it.
If we have any other Trump supporters who want to have a chat with us, now's the time to request that up. Any of the Trump supporters who want to have a conversation, now's the time. Come on down. Talk with us. Don't forget, you can offer all of us support via links in our bios. We can read a fun message off for you, like our friend Will on the Blue app. Will says, please ask guests to explain tariffs since he understands inflation so well.
Tariffs? I mean, I'm not really a tariff dude. I mean, I understand what it is. It's basically a tax on the consumer.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's protectionist.
Ironically, you understand tariffs better than you understand inflation, which is weird.
No, I understand inflation. I understand it's so high. I think I have a higher level than you. I just have a higher level than you. I can't really help you with that. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys.
You got anything else that you want to talk about?
Yeah, about my book.
Oh yeah, you got a book.
Is it about economics, Indy?
No, it's about a guy on Mars. You know what I'm saying? It's about a guy on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
It's the trials and tribulations of Indy the Righteous. It's about this guy. He lives on Mars. They got a supercomputer at the core of the.
Just quick question before you carry on? Is it self-published?
Yeah, it's self-published.
Right. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. So it's like and what happens is they get hacked by some people from Pluto. No, it's not the Martian. They get hacked by Pluto. They live in self-contained cities, right?
I'm going to be honest with you. If you can't remember what your own book is about, I don't have high hopes for the contents.
I wrote it. Look, I'm in the middle of. I'm on my 8th book right now. I'm actually writing my 8th one right now. I wrote that one I can't remember what I wrote it. I think last year or something like that. I'm actually on it's a trilogy. So I'm talking about the first one.
So you've got 8 books in your trilogy?
No.
But I thought you were on the 8th one.
I got 3, and I wrote 8 though.
I've read very few 8-book trilogies, you know. I wonder why.
It's not an 8-book trilogy. It's a 3-book trilogy. I've written 8.
My head hurts.
At this time, I think I've sold like 50 copies.
If you guys want another guest, that's great. We don't have any other guests in the box, so if you voted for Donald Trump, we'll bring you right up. Thanks to Cassie on the Blue app says this guest is dumb as fuck. Okay, Cassie, if you say so. The comments from our guests on Venmo and Cash App do not necessarily. So just FYI.
My mom downloads. Dude, you got a mean chat, man. Everybody's in here hate though, me, man.
Okay, I mean, I'm so sorry that we have 900 people in here that don't like you. It's not my fault, bro.
What's your book called? I want to go look at the Amazon reviews. What's it called?
The Trials and Tribulations of Indy the Righteous. I don't have any reviews. I don't think I have any yet.
Can I give you a review right now, Indy? I would love to give you a review because you've done something that I didn't think that was possible and that should be celebrated. Are you ready for your prize? Here you go. I have a gardening problem. I'm experiencing it right now. Higher than giraffe pussy, and you have managed to outdumb me. I didn't know that that could be done. You are denser than the shit that I took this afternoon. Are you aware of that? No, probably not. I don't think you're aware of reality. These books of yours, crayons involved, I would imagine? Multicolored?
Were you rhyming? I thought you were rapping.
Hold on. So the year is 5034, and man has successfully colonized Mars and several other planets. On Mars, man lives in self-contained cities called landing bases. All of this progress has been facilitated by the arrival of the core-based quantum computer. Known as the Qs, these powerful devices are in the core of Mars and Pluto. With the invention of the Qs also came a new breed of human known as the Scripts. On October 31st, 5024, a group of soldiers from Pluto penetrated Mars' mainframe and planted a virus known as the Glitch. This caused most of Mars' systems to go down, unaliving large swaths of its crops and livestock.
I need to interrupt you, Matt. What did you say your book's called?
The Trials and Tribulations of Indy.
Okay, I just want to inform you. You've made a spelling mistake on the cover of the book. The book's called The Trails and Tribulations of Indy the Righteous.
No, I fixed it.
Seriously? Well, not on mine you haven't.
No.
Here we go. You want to put me on the big screen, Matt?
No, it didn't take.
No.
I remember I fixed it. No, I did fix it.
And you've used an errant apostrophe that doesn't need to be there, even if it was trials or trails. That apostrophe doesn't need to be there.
That's great. But here's the thing though. I'll fix it.
Who's going to fix you though, honey?
Who's gonna fix me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty look, I'm confident.
I know that's your problem. That you're confident. You're very stupidly confident.
Let's hold on. So it's ages. I just want to say this is ages 14 to 18.
Sure it is.
I had to stop you there, Matt, because immediately I opened it. You know what I'm like. I saw. Is yours got on the US Amazon? Does that also have a spelling mistake?
No, because the cover is different.
Okay.
But the cover is different on mine. So this is the cover that I have. That's the cover I have.
Well, you have the US cover. I have the UK cover. Got you.
Yeah. I think we need to coordinate to get the different editions.
Hey, now don't be so mean. That book has all the appeal of an unripened walnut. Give him credit.
You know what? Indy, I appreciate the fact that if I like sci-fi and listen, I hope that it's good, and I hope some people read your book, and I hope it's good. But here's what I'm going to tell you: you should stick to doing your sci-fi shit, because politics and economics are not your strong suit. But
You know what, Matt? You're absolutely right. He can tell a tale and sometimes a trail. You, sir, you have no business in politics, but you just dive face first into delusion, which seems to be your reality, which is the upside down bad place. I just before I go, just want you to know, you ever been with a big girl who gets chub rub, right? Chub rub, if for those who aren't familiar, when you're big, right, and you got thick thighs and you walk more than like 5 minutes, that shit gets to rubbing, right?
Like the thunder thighs. You talk about thunder thighs.
Yeah. But my big girls down there know. They know what the chub rub is, right? See, you're the human version of that, okay? You show up.
The human version.
Yes.
No, absolutely
That
not.
is, you are chub rub in human form. So that's what I'm going to call you from now. Your name is now Chub, okay?
No.
Okay. I hope you get an itchy asshole every time you're in public. Good night.
Okay. And once again, it's not the content of our guests may not be reflected in the host. But thank you, Crystal.
Look, they gotta hate on me. Look, I did misspell the cover, and I did fix it.
Okay,
I know I did.
Listen, like I said, I wish you the best of luck. I enjoy sci-fi very much. It's great. Pursue your passion. But yeah, I wouldn't do politics or yeah.
No, I'm actually the goat at politics. I actually think I know more than you guys.
Bro, I'm trying to listen, man. I'm trying to give you a throw your bone here. I'm trying to say, like, I think that it's cool that you wrote a book and that, like, that's cool, man. Like, good for you. I mean it, like, really, and good. And you know what? Good for you, like putting yourself out there and like, cool. But like, yeah, do that. Don't do this.
I just read you.
Trying to be nice, Eric.
I'm not going to read out your name, although if anyone goes to look at this book, they can find it. The author lives on the Gulf of America in the dirty, dirty South, where there are 2 tiers of justice. He used to work building warships until they fired his, I'm assuming it's ASS, full stop, for not playing grab booty, and refuses to let his supervisor rub her dirty something on him.
It's a true story.
Why is there a full stop there, though, is my question.
Listen, I'm not that, listen, I'm self-educated. I'm not that great with punctuation.
Okay,
But-
listen, I'm gonna make you an offer. Okay? Just before you publish your next book, send it to me and I will happily go through it with red pen and point out every single place where you've put a full stop in the wrong place or made a spelling mistake. And I'm offering to do that because bad grammar, I find it painful.
But here's the thing. I read that what's his name? What's the dude's name? Faulkner. He had real bad grammar.
Yeah, but he also had an editor to correct it for him.
No, he edited it himself. And he had a lot of run-on sentences. And I'm better than Heinlein by far. But I gotta go.
Apparently,
No.
I should not.
No, saying that you're better than Heinlein is an immediate disconnect.
Where'd
Fuck
Nemo
that off.
go?
I don't know. He might have just had to go. But saying that you're better than Robert Heinlein, you shut your fucking mouth. My fucking live.
Yeah, I
Fuck
think
outta here.
it's particularly important if you're going to write young adult fiction that it be grammatically correct. And if that's just the cover, which is presumably the bit that you should check the closest because it's the bit that everyone sees before they even buy it, I dread to think what the inside's like. Are you okay, Matthew?
I'm fine. I think I'm just tired. He stole the cover from Rockwell. Yeah, he did.
Do you also think it's inappropriate to have on the cover of a book for 14 to 18-year-olds that you lost your job because your supervisor wanted to rub her dirty something on you?
No, seems very appropriate.
I don't think MAGA would like it.
I mean, they're okay with so many different things. They're so open to so much.
What I can guarantee you this: we will never read that book in my class. You know, the first thing you do is go look at the cover. What does it tell you about the book? Let's read the blurb. Oh no, don't read the blurb. Everyone stop reading the blurb immediately.
Never mind, don't do it.
Someone asked what it's called. It's called The Trails and Tribulations. Hang on, I've got to look at what it's called again. The Trails
Indy the Righteous.
of Indy the Righteous. And it's book 1 in the Foxcatcher 5000 series. I can't wait for the spelling and grammar errors on the cover of book number 2. It doesn't come in an audio version in the UK. I can't speak for the US.
Not in the US either. You can get it on Kindle, though.
Well, here it's on Kindle Prime Unlimited. So if I did wanted to read it, it would cost me $0.
Oh, same here.
It's an 8-part trilogy.
I mean, it's only 139 pages.
I could do that in about 2 hours.
I can knock that out real quick. Also, he said he's better than Heinlein, so, I mean...
That's a great point. We should all read it and leave a review. No, don't do that. Don't be mean.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump or you just hate the fact that I'm British, as long as you voted for Trump, please do come and tell me how I shouldn't be talking about American politics.
Yeah, I mean, check the second author on the book. The second author on the book.
Is the second author AI? What? Mine doesn't say there's a second author.
I'm looking. Yeah, I don't see.
This is the story of one royal police agent known as Indy Television.
I don't see a second author. Weird.
I do think he needs to rethink the bio, though, if it's young adult fiction.
Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a chat.
Yeah, anyone can write a book on and put it on Amazon, and they just print on demand.
$14 to 18 years, man. Good times.
Oh, there's British people meeting each other in the chat. Hi, fellow Britons.
Yeah, he might have just been trolling. I don't know. Who knows?
Did you tell everyone
Although
about
reading the?
Oh,
I was going to
go
say
on.
reading the bio kind of did actually. Yeah, it did kind of. Did I tell everybody what?
About your exciting day with the alligators today.
No, I didn't. I didn't tell. No.
Can you just show me your hands super quick? You didn't take my advice.
Do you want to tell the advice that you told people?
I told you specifically. I'll tell you. So Matt went to, was it an alligator farm or like a?
It was a little like it's like a little like aquarium reptile type area near where my parents live.
Yeah, and Matt sent me a video of his daughter like feeding the baby alligators. And I suggested to Matt that he try them on a finger and see if they were like dip your fingers in there and see if that works. But he still has all his fingers, so I'm assuming that didn't go as planned.
Yeah, I know. I was like, cool, like great idea, Erica. Awesome. No, it was not Gatorland, but you know. So
they look very cute. I like the little ones, not the really big ones. They do not look cute.
Yes, the very small ones are adorable. They're very cute. The little baby ones. Like if I can, I don't think I can get it to show. Oh yeah,
There we go. You've read Jurassic Park, right, Matt?
Of course.
You know before they do dinosaurs, they make miniature elephants.
Miniature, yes, I remember that.
I would love a miniature elephant.
I'm sure you would. I mean, who wouldn't? We'd all love a miniature elephant. Jaffa, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? Jaffa. Okay.
Jaffa Cake. I think they might be British. I don't know what gave me that impression.
Could be, maybe, possibly.
Have you had Jaffa Cakes, Matt?
I have never.
Oh, so in my next package that I spend £5,000 sending to you, I'll have to include a box of Jaffa Cakes.
Noted.
Have you? Oh no, you're not at home. I was going to ask you if you've eaten more than the Maltesers yet.
Haven't had anything. Nothing at all. But I'll be home tomorrow. So, home tomorrow.
Next Friday, Matt's going to try an Iron Brew live on our live next Friday.
That's right. All gonna.
You try the Iron Brew. I'll do the iced tea.
Fine. That's it. I feel like that's a fair trade. That's
Okay.
fine. That's exactly what I'll do.
I'll have to read the instructions on how to make it. Was
Wait,
I
on
the
how to
one?
make it?
Well, you were like what? How much you need? Like, I'm assuming you water it down, right?
No.
Oh, so it's just straight out of the bottle.
And that's how I drink it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
so like this, what I have right here.
Okay, I thought it was like a water it down situation.
It is not. No. It's not. It's just drink it straight.
Whoever said I have the better end of the deal of cold tea versus Iron Brew, you're tripping.
Well, we'll see about that. I don't know, guys. I think maybe we'll wrap things up. I'm pretty beat, and I have an early flight tomorrow. Well, actually not that early, but I have a flight tomorrow, and I'm tired. So, I think that we should go and raid our friend, other Erica Shanti. I think that's what we should do. So, let's go over there and see what she's up to. And then I'll be back on the regular all next week. Normal setup, back to all the normal things that you guys come to love and expect. Okay, so don't worry, we'll be back then, and it'll be fun. And make sure to drop your follows, drop any last minute support. Thanks to our friends over on the tube. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for the gifts and, like I said, and all of your support. And yeah, so let's go raid our friend, other Erica Shanti. Let's head over there. All right, let's go and say good morning to our friend Erica.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Good night. Let's go